Yes, 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 it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday, isn't it? What is going on, everybody? Welcome in, and everyone who's in early. Good to see you. What's going on? Hello. Let's check in. Who've we got? Who've we got in this little chat here? Well, we got Kasona Fun. You were first. Welcome in, bro. JMM, what's going on? Welcome in. A multitude of drops. Shafiq Mog, Sam, how you doing? Kerry Magic, Cynthia, hello. Crack Pyrex, Violet Roz. Who else we got? Lady Horatia, bad at this. Squidada. Nine Tails Cosmic Fox, what's going on, everybody? And Sophie from Mars. Welcome in, everybody. Please go show some love to the one and only Sophie from Mars. How are you doing, my love? How is everybody doing? How's your Tuesday going? Now, can you all hear me all right? Can you all hear me nice and clear? Because I've turned myself up. After hearing on Red Planet on Sunday that I was very quiet, I've turned myself up. I did actually listen back to the stream last night as well, and I was like, I'm well too low. Am I too loud? Is it too loud? You can hear me. Well, I knew you'd be able to hear me. It's just how much I'm wondering you will be hearing me. Yep, you can. Okay, you can hear me. Good. Ah, that's good. Thank you, chat. Appreciate you. Hey, Master of the Art. Hey, Morty. What's going on? You're fine, but could even go louder. Okay, so what that says to me is that the music could get turned down, actually. You know what I mean? Because it's all about that balance, right? It's all about that balance. Well, I hope you're all doing very good. That's right. I'm a fucking beard splainer. Uh-huh. Yep. I'm a woke guy with a beard, and I will silence TERFs. I will do it. Yeah, you can't stop me. No, you said it's fine? Okay. Well, listen, it's even more fine now. Don't worry about it. Appreciate the feedback. Sophie says, just vibing with Nat and our friend Joe. Hi, Joe. Hi, Nat. Just excited to see what you're researching. Yes, I'm going to be talking about that in a little bit, but for now, a little bit of quality of life updates for the community. So in the Discord now, if you're not in the Discord, go check out the Discord. We got cool stuff in there. We got lots of cool stuff going on there. We got now even fucking new and improved Discord. We've now got neo-pronouns in the Discord. It's been a long time coming. I'm sorry. I'm really bad at this. But yeah, we got neo-pronoun identifiers in the Discord now, roles. So yes, more pronouns to choose from. If your pronouns aren't in the list, let us know. Let me know sooner rather than later, because I'm still in the ADHD mindset of like, this is a task that I know how to do and I can do it easily. So yeah, let me know. Hello, Stealth Intel. What's going on? Hello. You know your up-down chin face? You could just use the emoji eyes. I could do that. That's kind of what that's kind of what I was feeling. But yeah, I just got whatever eyes I could find. No, I'm bad at this. You're Mule, silly. Wait, did I say hello, DJ Mule? Wait, what happened? I'm bad at this. You're bad at this. I'm bad at this. I'm bad at a lot of stuff. Oh, I did say I was bad at this. Yeah, I did. Could you explain neo-pronouns to the folk who might not know what they are like me? Right, okay, so example, it's pronouns that go out of the sort of realm of, I guess, traditional, I guess you could call it traditional pronouns, old pronouns. So, for example, the ones that we've got in my Discord now are V or Ver, A or Air, Fe or Fair, Z or Zim, Any or All, It or Its, Z or Zir, They or Them, He or Him, She or Her. So, yeah, there you go. Yeah, stop confusing me, chat. Holy shit. There you go. Use Faith Fair to talk about your pal Sophie if you need an example. Well, there you go. There you fucking go. I got there in the end. Yeah, you do a little trolling, don't you? You do a little trolling. That's fair enough. It's fair enough. So, anyway, we've got neo-pronouns in the Discord. That's very exciting. We've also got new commands in chat. I believe this should work. I've not actually tested it. Yep, there you go. We got a new Red Planet command. So, mods, you could just type in Red Planet whenever I'm talking about Red Planet, which is often. And it should just automatically post every half an hour. One of the ones you think of trying is there? Yeah, absolutely. Fucking go for it. Like I said, if you've not got the pronouns of your choice in the chat, hit us up. In the Discord, hit us up. Let us know. Let us know. What else do I got to talk to you about? New commands in the chat. We've also got a movie night command. I think that this should work. Brilliant. That's fucking brilliant. Movie night has not been unlocked for April. I'll be updating this when movie night is unlocked. And for those of you that don't know, that's when the dono bar gets to the middle. That's how it works. So there you go, new commands in chat. I've had a nice day today. In case you're wondering, I went to the gay tea shop that's, you know, in Canal Village. The gay Canal Village street. And I had a lemon and herb chicken sandwich with soup of the day, which was mixed veg, and it was very nice. And then I had a Victoria sponge cake afterwards. Sorry, I don't have the command. I know that sounds stupid. I've not updated that either. Copy pasting to their cheat sheet. Get it copied and pasted, yeah. Any donuts today? No. No donuts today. Gang, I love you to death, but do me a favor if I'm talking about somewhere that, you know, I perhaps don't want to be talking about. You know, I don't want to be telling people what the name of the places that I go to regularly with members of my family. Maybe don't try and guess what that is in the chat if you know what it is. Yeah, that'd be really helpful. Thank you. Just please try and consider that in the future. Privacy is, you know, it's something that I am entitled to with that regard. But yeah, I went to a place that I like to go to today, and yeah, lemon and herb chicken. Yeah, the fucking Victoria sponge there was so good. So good, honestly. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, good shit. Good shit. This is exactly what I wanted. Okay, yeah, good. Yeah. Alright, fuck you. Yeah, just ignore that, Ninetales. Please. That sounds absolutely... Thank you, Shafiq. Appreciate you. That sounds absolutely lovely. I've been isolating due to the plague. Been playing Disco Elysium. Disco Elysium is supposed to be a very good game. I'm very sorry to hear that you've got COVID. I assume that's what you mean. Unless I'm misreading you and you just mean the flu or something, but I assume you mean COVID, in which case, let's get some love hearts in the chat for Master of the Art, please. Hey, Chimera, what's going on? And hello, Jibby Dibby, by the way, yes. Did not have any donuts today, no. Just Vicky Sponge. Just Vicky Sponge. The more gay frogs there are, the better. I agree. What else forgot to talk to you about? New video came out today. New video. If you've not gone and checked it out, please go show some love. It's there. You can check it out on the YouTube channel there in the socials command. It's about unions and why they're so good. Our good friend Sophie from Mars particularly enjoyed it, she said. They said. That's why so that's really good. I'm glad. I'm happy that you enjoyed it, Sophie. It really does mean a lot that you vibe off my videos, honestly. So I appreciate that. Yeah, I hope you feel better sooner rather than later, Master of the Art. I'm glad you liked it, JMM. Video was great, by the way. Watched on the premiere. Thank you, everybody who turns up to the premieres, by the way. It's super fun. Just having like an extra little chat, you know, extra little bit of chat, extra little bit of live. New video was really good. Thank you, Multitude. Appreciate you. Yeah, unions are pretty based. It's COVID, but I'm on the other side of the worst. Just got a cough to clear. Well, I'm glad that you're on the other side of it. That's the main thing. Yeah, hope you continue to get better. Stay rested. I know that lots of people are talking about COVID in terms of long COVID nowadays. And the advice is to stay as rested as you can for as long as you can. That's what I've heard people say, because apparently that's the best way to fight against long COVID. And that's one of the worst things, really, to look out for, especially if you're going to, if you've had it and you've recovered and you're all vaccinated and stuff. Right, so what else we got here? Yeah, new video on unions. Please go show that some love. Thank you for the link in the chat. Appreciate that, Shafiq. Yeah, and I was looking through old clips today because that's on my list of stuff to do for Twitch. I'm actually gonna turn down this music. Is it still a lot louder than me? It doesn't seem like it. I was looking through old clips today. It's on my list of things to do to delete a bunch of old clips, because I don't know if you lot know any streamers that do this, but there are actually a bunch of streamers that when you raid them, they will play a clip. If you get a shout out from them, or even if they just give you a shout out, they will play a clip of it'll just dig through your clips. It'll be like a clip command. It'll dig through your clips, and I've got some fucking embarrassing clips. Seriously. Hey TTK, what's going on? Welcome in. So yeah, we go through my clips today in chat, and there's some really good old ones though. I'm really impressed that I used to be so hype when it came to streams. Nowadays, when I come to a stream, when I'm starting a stream, I'm just like, oh my god, I'm so tired. All I've been doing is like streaming for like the last year non-stop, and then now I've started making YouTube content on top of it, and I'm just like, ah. So I apologize if I'm like, you know, a bit of a reserved streamer. I appreciate people coming and hanging out, really do. TTK, how are you doing today? What's going on? Violet Ross says, I got what I think is COVID in December 19, and I just got over COVID toes. Watch out for that painful toe and finger blistered. Wow, that's crazy, Roz. That's fucking crazy. So what you would just get blisters, or was it just painful in your extremities and stuff? That's so, wow. Yeah, I got sleepy bitch disease. Yeah, I'm feeling it today. It could be draining for sure. Boot of capitalism is really the cause. Yeah, it is at the end of the day. It is. Speaking of which, it's pretty fucking based. If you want more things to do that's based, giving me money is one of them. If you do the sub off Twitch command in chat, you could donate as much money as you like to me. And if we get to 350 quid, movie night is unlocked. And we'll watch a movie together in the Discord. Community movie night! Tutor Straws, what's going on? Can I get a shout out for Tutors, please? TTK? Got some really good news today that you could potentially tell me about Friday. I am excited. That's good. I'm very happy to hear it. I love it. That's one of the best things ever when someone comes to you with good news. Let's go. That's fucking cool. Where was I at now? Yes, I was going through these old clips and stuff. And it's weird, yeah, like, talking about COVID and energy, I do feel like just lockdown has been super draining, you know? Because as far as I know, I've not had COVID. As far as I know. Like, I've not had any of the symptoms, and even if I've not had symptoms, I've been super fucking, what do you call it, like, really careful to just, like, not go outside. I wear my mask everywhere still, you know? I had what I think was COVID in January 2020. It was much worse than this time. Very lucky to be triple vaxxed. Yeah, for sure. My dad and my stepmom had it. And they were super close to death. It was super bad. That's what they said anyway. It's a mix of awful news and really good news, but it's a good thing that's happening. Okay. Well, I'm glad it's a good thing that's happening. Yeah. Okay. Well, keep me updated. You finished Elden Ring today. You're working on your dissertation again. That's cool. What did you think about the game, Tutus? Still wearing your mask? You're often judged for it. I just think that this whole thing has really, like, made everybody very tired. In a lot of ways. You know, it's like, I'm so bummed out with the fact that, like, because, you know, long COVID, it just doesn't sound something ideal. I'm so bummed out with the idea that it's still out there. And seeing disabled people talk about how much it affects them really bums me out. You know? So, I think it's really important. It's really important to still keep that in mind. And I just, it's pretty tiring. It's pretty exhausting, you know? Don't know if anyone else feels that way. You're often judged for wearing your mask. Do you really get judged when you're out and about? If you don't mind saying, whereabouts are you in the world, Crack Pyrex? You don't want to talk about it in chat. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, don't worry. You've only left your house for groceries and booty calls from your fuck buddy in the last 6 months? Yeah, pretty much same, yeah. Pretty much same. I went to one kink party. Hey TJ, what's going on? Wearing your mask everywhere. Appear to have lost it after not leaving the house for a weekend. You need to get your hands on a new one. What the fuck? You could just get some disposable ones still, right? They lifted quarantining and mask mandates here. You won't be leaving the house without a mask ever again. Yeah, for sure. Apparently N95s are supposed to be important as well. New York City, right. I see. Is it like bad in New York City? Do people just like not wear masks anymore and shit? Because we saw some news from New York City yesterday, and it was about unions, and they were all wearing masks. But I guess they're all leftists, innit? So they're going to be a bit more on the... It sounds cruel to say, but they're going to be a bit more aware, right? This background music isn't me, Ninetales. No, sorry. Yeah, I stopped making music a long time ago. I got really disillusioned with it at university because, you know... It's really hard to actually have a career based on music. So, you know, which makes me have so much more respect for musicians that have a career with it. So I've spent a lot more time in the last few years since uni actually really respecting a lot more people's music and, you know, kind of getting around a lot of my biases because I was always a heavy metal guy. I was always a heavy metal and drum and bass guy, like punk and stuff. And I kind of dismissed a lot of other genres. You know, like I wasn't really into... a lot of other genres and stuff, but I got rid of that since I finished uni. You're a mycologist instead. Hey, that's pretty neat. I love a mycologist. I love a fucking mycologist. Let's go. Adams wants New York City to drop mandates because the police want their surveillance. Okay, right. Gotcha. Absolutely gotcha. You were like electro alternative stuff? Yeah, me too. I love that shit. Hey, Mr. Dang, what's going on? Still wear your mask everywhere you go. That's good. I'm glad that you're wearing your mask. That's important. Last couple of bosses you had to kill were annoying, but very fun and satisfying to beat. Yeah, how did you find the Elden Beast? How did you find that to us? Yeah, the numbers are going up, definitely in the UK as well. We had 2 to 3 half-an-hour meetings last week, and me and only 4 people out of 21 masks, and then folks got COVID. Luckily, I tested negative yesterday. See, like, right-wingers and shit like that, and COVID deniers and libs, they love to say, like, oh, masks don't do anything anyway, but they legit actually do prevent you. They do give you a percentage of protection. Even a cloth mask is better than nothing, you know? But we should be wearing them to protect those around us. Keep that in mind, you know? Currently super into post-punk and early goth. Oh, yeah, that's a great fucking... that's a great era to be into. Susie and the Banshees and stuff. Bit of Motorhead as well. Motorhead were big. Sort of like post-punk. Oh, no, they weren't. Motorhead were like pre-punk. Pre-cum to punk. Hey, Yanshfim, what's going on? Exploring 9 Inch Nails stuff lately? Are you coming to 9 Inch Nails? Are you coming to 9 Inch Nails? I'm going to see 9 Inch Nails in Cornwall. You've been listening to a lot of Aurora recently, and it really hits different. Holy shit. I'm down for that. I'm down for some Aurora. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Trapped in meetings all day. The fire alarm went off in the middle of one. The cat is very angry. Oh, shit. The fire alarm... Wait, in your gaff? Or could you take your cat to work? Been masking up every time you step outside. Hey, Satirical. How you doing? Alien Sex Fiend. The names of these fucking bands are so good. Go to the Cornwall one. Yeah. We're hopefully going to see Splootnu. Yeah, me and Andy. Me and Andy are going. Joy Division, Skeletal Family, Alien Sex Fiend, Throbbing Gristle. So up for that. Joy Division are pretty good. They're from Manchester, where I'm from. Today's a work from home day, as all days should be. Yeah, they should be. They really should be. Hey. Really weird fucking story about someone with COVID today. Like I said, I went to that place for food with my stepmom and my dad. And my dad told me about my uncle's new fiance, who is just an extremely unhinged individual in general. But it's not actually about her. So she's getting married to my uncle, and they went for a hen do last weekend or something, the weekend just gone. And her mum was coming, the bride-to-be's mum, and she turned around and she said, oh, like to the group chat, she was like, oh, I've just tested for positive for COVID. I'm in a real moral dilemma about whether I should come or not. How does that even work? How do you get in a moral dilemma about whether to infect everyone, including your family, with a disease that can just, you know, completely destroy your quality of life for a long time? How is that even a thing? Hen-do? H-E-N-do? No, yeah, if you want. A hen-do is a hen party. It's like a bachelorette party, bachelor party. They call them stag do's and hen do's in the UK. Yeah, it's not a dilemma. It's a total fucking, yeah, total absence. You're just not going. There's no dilemma to be had. You're not going, innit? And then she said, she apparently told my stepmom, oh, well, I've decided that I'm going to go. I'm just going to wear a mask. Just going to wear a mask. I've got full-blown COVID and I'm just going to wear a mask. That'll sort it, right? So absurd. So absurd. I love that. Hen-do. You can use bunnies for that. You can use bunnies for that. Hey, I'm being an American over here. You know? My family members are anti-vaxxer, borderline QAnon. They were the ones who gave you COVID. I think I remember you saying that. Yeah, I think I remember you saying that. Thank you for the follow. You would have some very harsh words. It's so bad. It's so bad. Right, okay. What else do we got? Been watching a couple of streamers today. A couple of my favorite streamers. Don't Rage Quit. And she's got to the end of Elden Ring. Almost at the end of Elden Ring. I'm going to talk about some spoilers for a character called Bok. So, for the next 5 minutes, mute the stream. Okay? I'll put the countdown on. I'll put the countdown on so you know. So you know, right? You'll know when I'm done. If it stops in the middle of it, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Gate crash it, take a couple of liters, 70%. ABV hand gel, dump it on her like she's in the tank in Noel's house party. Oh my god. How are people like that? Yeah. Yeah. Absolute wankers. Absolute wankers. Right, let's start that going. Okay. Is that working? Yeah, it's working. So Bok, right, you'll remember Bok. The little demi-human guy. The little demi-human guy. He wants to be a seamstress like his mom. He's really cute. Right? So, apparently you can finish a quest. You can finish his quest, and I had no idea. And it's so sad. Like, so Rach was finishing his quest. And the thing that I didn't do is you get a golden needle. You get a golden needle from one of the bosses or something. I remember getting it. I remember picking it up somewhere. And what he does is, apparently you get a legendary piece of armor. And I don't know if Blades would have counted. No, it can't have because he altered that. So basically, you unlock alterations for legendary pieces of armor with him. And then he starts to talk about how he's got, like, body dysmorphia. And he doesn't like how he looks and stuff. And he's heard of the witch that does rebirths, right? You know Renala? You know Renala, right? And so you could give him... Yeah, you get the golden needle from the Church of Hours. Yeah, that's right, Sam. Thank you. And... Right, so if you give him the golden needle if you give him a larval tear to do the rebirth with Renala, he will go and be reborn because he wants to he just wants to be prettier, right? It's really sad. But what happens is he goes and because he doesn't have the rune from Rani, he fucking dies. He's reborn for a bit like a little pasty white guy and then he just dies. It's so bad. So bad. You could talk if it's about what's going on, as long as you don't explicitly just repeat what I say, Lady Horatia, you could talk a little bit. Yeah, so he dies. But what you're supposed to do, someone in the chat said, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to use the plate, you know the plates that you blow through and it says words. You're supposed to blow through it the one that says you're beautiful. And apparently he says, oh my god, that voice reminds me of my mum, and that allows him to vibe and flourish. It's really sad that he could die. I was so inconsolable. It was not nice. Not a nice time. So I witnessed it, so you didn't have to. It's super sad. It's super sad. Right, okay. What have I got for you today? That's the real question. What have I got for the stream today? Well, what we're going to be doing is... Now you want to see it? What, you want to see the thingy? You want to see it happen in the game? No, I can't play the games today. I can't play any more Elden Ring. Can't play any more Elden Ring. Can't do it. Can't do it. But there's lots of people playing Elden Ring. You could go check out an Elden Ring streamer for sure. For sure. So, hold up, just 1 second. Fuck's sake, man. Stephanie Sterling is playing Elden Ring right now. They're great. Yeah, 100%. Right. So, today, what we're going to be doing. You all probably are familiar with the Berserk discourse that was popping off on Twitter a little while ago, right? I don't know too much about it. I don't know too much about what people were saying. All I know is that I remember seeing someone's take about it, about how stories like that use women of color's suffering in order to, you know, basically make, I don't know, to use it as like a plot point is really like, sort of, I don't know what you want to call it. Use it as a plot point, embarrassing. It's really bad. So I agree with those takes. But apparently some weird fucking dudes with cartoon avatars that I thought had actually I thought they'd like gone extinct on YouTube. Some weird anti-SJW guy has gone on about how like social justice warriors got triggered by Berserk, and I'm looking to make a video about Berserk 1997 because I've been watching it with my partner who's trans, and me and her are both saying that this is like super queer and super trans. There's just so much going on. There's so much gender. There's so much queerness. It's absolutely absurd. Yeah, the anime and the and the manga. Yeah, that's right. All I know about Berserk is that Super Eye Patch Wolf really likes it. Well, I wasn't going to make a video because I knew Super Eye Patch Wolf did, you know, a big video on it recently. So maybe we'll watch that as well. But I basically want to watch this Chud's video and, you know, just point out all the flaws. Point out all the flaws in the video, all the bad arguments that this guy's going to make. You know? Because I watched the video already for about 5 minutes. And the guy literally says green-haired pronoun changing all the time. He's like, something changes as often as a person with green hair changes their pronouns on Twitter. Yeah, rant sonas. Yeah, rant sonas are back. They're back in a big way. They're back in a terrible way. In the worst way possible. In the fact that, like, they still exist, you know? So bad. Outsiders think that Berserk sexualizes assault, which is incorrect. There are some people who think that. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. It's bad. It's a bad take for sure. It definitely doesn't sexualize it. Do I need to know anything about Berserk in order to understand this stream? Okay. Quick rundown. Hey, Anthony, by the way. How you doing? Oh, shit. That's something I want to talk about. Whoa. Before we go on into what we're doing on the stream today, I want to show you this. Oh, do I want to show you this? This is great. I hope you don't mind me showing this off, Antony, but it's really cool. Antony did a little cheeky bit of fan art for Red Planet. It's really sweet. It's really, really sweet. Check this out. Look at that. It's all the Red Planet peeps. There's the Elite Four. We've got Sophie. Faye's got a little ditto. That's fair Pokemon. Got me with Garbodor, obviously. Obviously. Got Tim with, I don't know, some Gen 5, I don't know. Some Gen 5 Pokemon. I don't know which one it is. It's a cute fox thing. It's a cute fox thing. And we got Bad Bunny with Lopunny. It's really cute. Look at this. Thank you so much for doing this, Anthony. It's really cute. It's really sweet. Like, I don't go on about it a lot, but I do like Pokemon a lot. I do like Pokemon a lot. I'm kind of a little bit not into the more modern games, the more contemporary games. But, yeah, it's good. It's one of my favorite franchises, for sure. It's good. It's great. Hey, Detective Ken, what's going on? Welcome in. Yeah, your Berserk senses are tingling. Hello, Pinklon. How are you? Yeah, making an SJW rant is very outdated. Very weird, very outdated. I had to choose a pain in the ass Pokemon to draw in it. I mean, you know, it's mine. It wouldn't work with any other Pokemon with me. It just wouldn't. It just would not work. I'm very crusty. I've got incredibly talented people in my community, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we got some really cool, talented artists in the community here. Really appreciate all the fan art that I get for my channel as well. Got some awesome fan art during Elden Ring from Pata Potato. That shit was great. That shit was fucking great. Thank you again for that. Are you a poison type trainer mule? I don't know. Whatever. Trash type. I'm the trash type. Poison type. Ghost type. Poison ghost. Yeah. Poison ghost. I reckon that's what I am actually. Yeah. 100%. Garbodor was made for me. That's right. It was made for me. Hey, Mnemomo. Oh, I'm not going to be able to get this name right. Mnemono Semiotic. Hello. Can I just call you Semiotic? Or Mono? Or something? Please. Welcome in, though. How you doing? Has anyone else used generative networks to make new Pokemon? Shit. I know what you're talking about. That shit's well fun. You're talking about those, like, make your own Pokemon things, right? Hold up. Either is good. Okay, brilliant. Brilliant. Thank you, Semiotic. Appreciate that. My Pokemon card, Poke Edit Pokemon Maker? Is that what it is? Is that what this is? Can I show this on stream? It's not going to be, like, weird or anything. It's not going to ask me for my address, is it? Next time, everyone's getting a Voltorb. Yeah, you should. You only played Gen 1 and 2 as a kid. Outside Ditto, you're like, what's that? Oh, bless you. I liked a lot of the later gens. I liked a lot of the later gens, but, you know. Yeah, I'm more old school. I'm more old school like that. I'm kind of the same with a lot of franchises that have gone on this long, to be honest. You know, franchises that I played as a kid, I'm like, I can't remember them from when I was small. I gotta remember them like that. That's the only way I can enjoy them. Sorry. I don't think the new games are bad. They're just not for me. Talked about this yesterday. Elden Ring has got problems. I disagree with some people who think that they've got different problems. It doesn't make us enemies. Don't worry about it. You enjoy your Pokemon. We should revel. We should relish as leftists in things that we can disagree upon, but we don't have to fall out about. Like, we should relish that. It's Maya, what's going on? I love your title, go for it. That's who I am. I'm a woke bearded guy that will silence transphobes. Yeah, 1000%.
Hello, my old chum.
Thank you for the follow, appreciate you. Dave Jens, what's going on? Gligar Stan, which one's Gligar? Gligar. Oh yeah, that one, look at that. He's a cute fella. He is a cute fella. Pokemon. Wait, what are you on about? Like Green Knight and American Pudding? What are you talking about? Green Knight, no, we can't. We will fall out if you like the movie Green Knight. It's terrible. It's so bad. So overrated. Terrible. They absolutely, like, yeah. My new Pokemon is Gigantamax Snorlax. That counts, and I refuse to believe otherwise. The Gigantamax stuff was really confusing in Sword and Shield. It was like, make your Pokemon massive. All right. Okay. Right, let's make a Pokemon then. What have we got? Basic. Shiny, non-shiny, I guess. Gender, who cares, really? Held item, none. No. Not bothered. Can you not, like, fuck them around? Can you not, like... Oh, no, this just, like, legit does the... Oh, okay, so this won't change what the Pokemon looks like or anything, right? This just makes you, like, figure out what the moves are and stuff. Okay, this isn't what I was after. There are those websites that you can, like... You can make your own Pokemon. And you can combine them all and stuff. I am being toxic. That's what's going on. I'm being toxic. That's a really nice... That's a really nice emote. Oh, I think I know that streamer. Yeah, I should follow that streamers. Should follow that streamer with an emote like that, 1000%. Weezing has always been a favorite, and capitalism mode Weezing is fantastic. What, with the fucking top hat? Capitalism mode? Alright, fuck this. This is shit. Alright, I was about to get stunlocked by a Pokemon creating machine, but it's not happening. Don't worry about it. It's not gonna happen. Wait, is this it? Satiricals just put it in the fucking chat. You're right, you're right. Yeah, this shit. This shit. DJ Che, what's going on? How to make Green Knight better? Give us homoerotic subtext. I would have preferred more homoerotic subtext. Yeah, I agree. As a gay. Right, here we fucking go. This is great. This is fucking great. Will it only give us Gen 1? Is it only Gen 1? This sucks. Dragonite, Magnemite. This is so stupid. Yeah, this is a good bit of fun. This is a good bit of fun. Kabutops, and Alakazam. No, they just made him the color of Kabutops. This is silly. With the little face. Where's his big pincers? What does Machoke and Onix look like? Let's have a look. Let's have a little look. Machoke. Onix. Where the fuck is Onix? Somewhere around here, right? There we go. Oh, okay. They just made a purple one with his face. First color, second is shape. Color and face. Hey, Andy, what's going on? Yo, when did Andy get here? Oh, hello. What's going on, dude? How you doing? The other thing I saw about Green Knight referred to the source material as an X-100-year-old franchise. I felt an ungodly rage. Wait, what? So it didn't know how old it was or something? It was an alright film. Nothing amazing, though. I agree. I agree. Nothing amazing. That's my take on Green Knight. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Right. Should we get into it, then? Should we get into it? Good title for this stream. Embarrassing anti-SJW Berserk video. Right, gonna need you to strap in, gang. I'm gonna need you to strap in. I have no idea what's coming in this video. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my John best to, you know. Stop the video if it gets too intense. Obviously, we're not going to watch it if this guy just goes on, like, an unhinged rant about, like, X marginalized person. That's obviously not the kind of content that I want to cover. But yeah, we're gonna see what this guy's got to say about Berserk, and then we're gonna make some notes. We're gonna make some notes in the chat. Hey, Astrowebs, how you doing? What's going on? Hey, Mr. Fishy, how are you? Hello, hello, hello. Long time no see in this chat. I saw you in Red Planet. Thank you for coming to Red Planet. Appreciate you. Calling an ancient piece of literature as a franchise. Oh, that's right. Yeah, the MCU has done irreversible damage to society. Yeah, how could it be a franchise? Franchise only existed under capitalism. So bad. So fucked. What the fuck is that all about? Jesus Christ. Right, okay, let's take a look at this cringe video. Oh, actually. Oh, no, I'll save this for a palate cleanser. Save this for a palate cleanser. I've got a funny video that we're going to use as a palate cleanser when we get to, when we get through this. Okay. Content warning. Potentially everything, I guess. I don't know. I'm just gonna put that just to be sure. Literally, potentially everything. I have no idea about this guy's content. No fucking idea. But best to be safe rather than sorry. You know what I mean? This is the kind of thing that we're going into. Right, there we go. A tie-in to Guy Ritchie's awful King Arthur film? Wait, what is? Are you on about The Green Knight? The Greek tragedy franchise. Yeah. I love that franchise. It's my favorite one. I love that franchise. Right, okay, let's pop over. And boom. Galaspar, thank you so much for the 14 months. Thank you so much for the 14 months of subbage, my friend. Enjoy ad reviewing your sub badges and your emotes. Thank you for supporting the stream. Hit like for franchise. Oh my god, just don't. Just actually don't. The alert, the sound alert was perfect timing of the transition. It actually was, wasn't it? Actually was. Right, let's get my watch later playlist up. Here it is. Here's the video. Here it is. Okay, it's only 27 minutes. I thought it was like 3 hours. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty fucking good.
It's hard.
Very, very happy that it's only 27 minutes. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. All right, chat. Are you ready? Are you strapped in? Have you got your helmets on? Let's see what this nerd is fucking saying about Berserk. Let's go. Oh, that was such an awful transition. Straight away, that was a terrible transition. Are you kidding me? Let's see that again. Hold up. Let's see that again. Like, they're going from this, like, really beautiful, like, yeah, that's a nice little mural to Miura, right? Just, like, already, all over. This guy is king sexist? Okay, well, at least we know. At least we fucking know, right? Let's have a little look here. Content warning. Sexism. Probably more. You know? Okay. Alright. That transition is terrible as Caleb Maupin's writing. It's true.
Elden Ring's popularity with normies thus brings new eyes.
Normies. Already using the word normies. Yeah. Opinion discarded, if I'm honest. Opinion discarded straight away. Like, I honestly, like, look at this. Look at this. Like, you know when I get guys coming in this stream talk, like, literally parroting word for word anti-social justice warrior stuff, like, you know, 4chan Pepe meme nonsense from 2016. It's like they're a cartoon character. This guy's actually a cartoon character. He's a VTuber who got demonetized for making a series of videos attacking Pokemon? Okay, that sucks. Is he still on Twitch? I bet he uses the R slur when referring to Casca post-eclipse. Oh my god. Breaking news just now, the Safe to Be Me conference has been abandoned by government. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right, JMM. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Fucking idiots. How long before he calls someone an NPC? Let's get a poll in chat. How long? Can I do this? Poll. Right. Hold on. Create poll. I'm going to do it. We're going to make this an engaging stream. Right. Question. How long before NPC? Let's go for 1/4 of the way. Halfway. Or at the end. Okay. There you go. There you go. There it is.
Not only to FromSoft, but their unquestioned inspiration from Berserk, the greatest manga of all time, obviously. I know.
So this guy, that's kind of what this guy talks about a lot. Okay, I really should be making notes. Really should be fucking making notes here. Actual human trash bingus. It's Chud Bingo. Oh, we should do Chud Bingo. Holy shit, that's such a good idea. Oh, we should listen, if anyone wants to make... Right, listen, here's the bingus card. We'll be using this tomorrow, by the way. But if you go to this website, if anyone wants something to do, right, while they're watching the stream, if anyone's bored, if anyone wants to help the community, if not, I'll do this another time. But if you want to make a Chud Bingus card, like a bingo card for, you know, chuds doing videos like this, that would be sick. And we could, like, have a lot of fucking fun with that. We could make that, like, a monthly thing as well. I'd actually really enjoy doing that. But, yeah. Anyway, let's continue. So, yeah, quarter of the way through the video, that 10 people are saying, 10 people in chat are voting. A quarter of the way through the video is when he's going to say. So, around that point, he's going to call someone an NPC. You're on it? DJ's on it. Let's fucking go. Yeah, that would be so fucking... that would be so good. React Andrew Bingus. Yeah. React Andy Bingus. Fully down. Fully down. Oh, no. Potato. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear about your rice cookies. Let's get some Fs in the chat for Potato. That's very sad.
People will argue for other mangas. But really, what manga has had as much impact on entertainment? Sure, you could say DBZ.
Okay, listen, like, there's already so much going wrong here. I'm struggling to do fucking notes. Queen Pib in the chat. Yo, gang, please go show some love to Queen Pib. What an absolute bean. What a phenomenal bean. How you doing, Queen Pib? What's going on? Thanks for hanging out in the premiere earlier. It's good to see you. You've done so many... You do so many Chud Bingos? Oh, do you actually? Oh, I love that, DJ. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Right, so there's so much going wrong already with this video, right? Okay, so he is implying that normies have never seen Berserk. Right? Now, I remember a couple of people who were commenting on Berserk on Twitter were like people who've like definitely seen it. That's what I know. Mule, my love, I didn't know you were a man of culture. These are my favorite videos to watch, Sophie. Embarrassing anti-SJW Berserk video. Yeah, the ableism is really bad in the title. Shit, you're right, I missed that. I fucking missed that. Yeah, absolutely for ableism. Absolutely ableism right there. Yeah, that sucks. Like, yeah, okay, I need to be commenting on that as well. The ableism straight away in the title. No idea how he's got away with having this as a fucking title on YouTube. Wait, what am I talking about? Yes, I do. They're fine with shit like this. Of course they are. Why haven't we been watching anime together this whole time? I would love to watch anime with you, Sophie. You have no idea. That would literally be my favorite way to watch anime. 100%. There's another YouTuber who you linked to a tweet recently, Tipster, who made a whole series of videos attacking a React Andy Girl streamer, so just a heads up. What, a heads up for what? Like, you think I'm gonna, like, accidentally go on one of his videos? Don't worry, it's not gonna happen. Because Berserk wasn't, like, one of the biggest properties years back at all. It's literally, like, famous. A famous anime. Lots of normies know about Berserk, right? Normies, if we're calling them normies. Just like people who aren't fully weebs, because that's all people like this mean. People who are, yeah, so bad. Anthony says, I'm an autistic and my attention to detail is very poor most of the time. Right, that's why this is such a bad title. Because it's implying that all autistic people are gonna be, you know, able to have a lot of really cool recall regarding this property, but not every autistic person is like that. No autistic person is a monolith, right? It's really stupid. So bad. My otherwise anime-hating friends loved Berserk back in the good old days. That's the thing. Like, he's referencing Dragon Ball Z here. He's referencing Dragon Ball Z here, right? Dragon Ball Z is like... it's like a cringe shonen, right? Lots of people know about it. Lots of normies know about Dragon Ball Z, but it's like a cringe shonen. Like, if there were people who were going to, like, look at anime and go, like, yeah, that's not really for me, it's for kids. This is a show like that. I know that people die in it. I know that it's, like, it's a little more mature than just, like, kids, but it really is like a show for kids. It's like a superhero show, you know? Berserk is, like, more of an adult show. It's, like, so much more of an adult show. Do you know what? It's probably gonna get touched upon. So I will put a content warning there for like sexual assault, because that is a theme. It's not a theme. It's just like it's something that is like a main plot point in Berserk at like multiple times. Most mainstream anime of all time. Yeah, it is. Yeah, Dragon Ball Z is for sure. Right. So there you go. There's probably more as well. There's probably more on top of that in this fucking video. You know, this guy's a fucking piece of shit. So yeah, just be mindful. Be nice to yourself, chat. You know, be nice to yourself. I wish there was a monolith, but like a massive rock, I could just lay around all day and just chill. Yeah, I know the feeling. I know the ones. Right. So what we got here first, chat. Right. Let's bullet point this down. Let's bullet point this down. Implying that normies have never seen Berserk. Not true. Ableism. There's also something else here that I missed. Let's go back. What's he talking about that I missed?
Sure, what manga has had as much impact on entertainment? Sure, you could say DB.
There are so many more. There are so many. Yeah, there are so many more mangas. So many more mangas that have had. It's like it's really being like, this is the most popular manga of all time, and that's why people who don't know about this are stupid. To like, oh yeah, there are other more popular ones. There's so many mangas. Like, this is as popular as he's saying, but he's also implying that like people haven't seen it. It's already a, you know, what the fuck's going on? The transitions. That's right, Starmish. Yeah, thank you. Bad transitions. We're critiquing every part of this. Yeah. Okay. Right. There we go. Good. Let's go. Val, what's going on? Welcome in.
Easy.
Yeah, the title is so bad. Yeah, we don't need to see the title, bro. Come on.
But let's face it, Dragon Ball Z is about as complex as a pack of chicken nuggets from McDonald's.
I don't know why that. What's supposed to hit about that joke? What's supposed to hit about that joke? What am I missing? What's that? What's going on there, gang? What am I missing there? What is he saying that this is like? What is this? Is this like? It's just not land. Is it supposed to be like a kid excited for Dragon Ball Z?
But let's face it.
He's just trying to say he really loves Dragon Ball Z?
Dragon Ball Z is about as complex as a pack of chicken nuggets from McDonald's. Get mad at me if you want, but Ultra Instinct is whack. They literally power level Goku to having his normal.
Yeah, let's not repeat the stuff that's in the video, especially that R word, Sam. Yeah, that'd be great. Is that what it is, the autistic screech thing? Yeah, that's the R word that I was relating to, in case anyone's wondering. Yeah, let's not use that word. Yeah, let's not use that word, Andy. Cheers, chat. Be good if we just like, you know, don't participate in it. I know some people in the chat are autistic as well. You can totally like say that you want to use it and stuff. I just ask that you don't use it in my chat, because as far as I know, the majority of autistic people are not cool with seeing it, you know?
Hair with frosted tips. Goku's hair has gone through.
And also, I don't just want to normalize it as something that we say in the chat, you know?
Changes than a kid on TikTok's gender pronouns.
Here we go. There it is. Pronoun joke. 1 minute in. Pronoun joke 1 minute in. Yeah, I love chicken nuggies. What's the punchline? Pronoun joke 1 minute into the video. Literally. Pronoun and hair color joke. It is a hair color joke. Pronoun joke, hair color joke. This guy is actually a cartoon. That's the issue. He is actually a cartoon. This really feels like a parody right now. Is it just me, or does this feel like a parody? Chicken kickers over nuggies? I have no idea what a chicken kicker is. No idea.
The tips. Goku's hair has gone through more changes than a kid on TikTok's gender pronouns.
He's literally like a cartoon, a caricature of a guy, right? He's a caricature of a guy, and he's like, there are no more changes than a kid on TikTok's gender pronouns. Unaware self-parody. Maybe it is a parody and we're just not seeing it. I don't know. So libs of TikTok, a libs of TikTok video here. So we can probably assume that that's transphobia, 100%, because if you don't know the libs of TikTok, I think it is a TikTok as well, right? It's actually a TikTok account, but on Twitter, they mostly just are transphobic. They mostly just try and take the piss out of trans people on there. They branched out into outright homophobia as well, you know? Sorry, I don't think I should call it outright homophobia. They branched out into homophobia as well recently. Leaned a bit more hard into that. Like all TERFs. Yeah. So, right, let's put that down. Bit of transphobia there. I mean, the pronoun joke is transphobia straight away, isn't it? Let's face it. That's what it's aimed at. I don't think someone like of this level of of person, I don't think they're gonna understand that cis people can have different pronouns as well, right? You know?
Hit on TikTok's gender pronouns.
Gay.
I've been a Berserk fan ever
Okay. All right.
since Sword of the Berserk Guts Rage came out in America on the Dreamcast.
Sword of the Berserk Guts Rage. So he's talking about the game. I've never played the game. Maybe that's a game that I play on stream. Maybe that's a game that I play on stream. What do you reckon, gang? That'll be fun. Fun bit of research for a Berserk video. Dreamcast game. Dreamcast Berserk game. Let's make that subtitle. Let's have a couple things underneath it. Let's see what he says about it.
It was cheap as dirt back in the day, because at the time, the Dreamcast was already a dead console. But nonetheless, the storyline for...
Back in the day, this guy is honestly... I guess it is about 20 years ago. It was already a dead console when Sword of Berserk came out. When did it come out? Hey, Trip Maverick, what's going on? Sword of the Berserk. Guts Rage. He's talking about playing a game when it was released for the Dreamcast. How old is this chode? Probably Gen X. Probably Gen X. Is that a cigarette on his top? Is he wearing like a top with a cigarette and sunglasses on it and a fedora? No way. Dreamcast was mostly dead out the gate. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, same Anthony. I got it in 99. Yeah, it came out in 99, yeah. Back in my day, you new fish. Yeah, that was my day too, Cynthia. Yeah, for sure. Uh-huh.
Guts' Rage was like nothing I'd ever seen before. I began to research for years, trying to find a sequel to Guts' Rage.
Okay, so he loved Guts' Rage. Hypes up Guts' Rage. So let's play it on stream. Let's play it on stream and see if it lives up to that hype. When do you think I should play it on stream? When do you reckon? Should we play it next week? Should we do it next week? I've got a Dreamcast, by the way. I've actually got a legit Dreamcast, in case you didn't know. Sword of Berserk, it's Sword of the Berserk. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it. Dreamcast Berserk, Sword of the Berserk. Sword of the Berserk. The only decent Dreamcast game I ever played was Crazy Taxi. The best Dreamcast game I ever played was Sonic Adventure. So, you know, you're wrong. I'm 34 and I'd never say back in my day, unironically. Well, that's upsetting because I say it all the time. I say back in the day, not back in my day. But yeah.
Which led me down the...
I do watch Eyepatch Wolf, but I've not watched Eyepatch Wolf's video on Berserk. So maybe we should watch that after this. Because this is only 27 minutes. I thought this was like 3 hours. I thought this was going to be the whole stream, but it's not.
Path to the 90s anime. Thank God for the internet. Because I was like, where's the season 2 of the Berserk anime that led to the video game? And you find out there's the manga. Then after I finally got to read the manga, a few years later, the special animated movies dropped. They were okay. But I didn't much care for them. And we're not going to speak about the most recent Berserk anime that was a complete and utter travesty to everything.
Okay, right. Okay, even though it's not reflected in his voice, he's gone for the frame of his avatar that is screaming, crying, pissing, coming, shitting. Right? Now, I've seen some of the new Berserk anime, and I think it's fine. I don't think it's terrible. but I don't think it's good. I think it's fine, right? So I think I'm going to plan on rewatching that in order to get my take on it, because I don't know what he's going to say about it, but I feel like if he talks about a little bit of it, he's going to talk about, like, you know, he's going to talk about, like, really stupid things. Like it's got blue hair and pronouns or something. The anime CGI is not great, I agree, yeah. This person is a little terrible. I'm having a hard time with the way he's saying things. He is a lot terrible semiotic, yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm doing research on his fucking video, and I'm basically going to talk about how wrong this guy is. Because we know that this is going to be dripped in, like, anti-social justice warrior nonsense. It's going to be dripped in bigotry and stuff like that. Obviously, if it gets too intense, we'll stop it. But right now, he's just being really embarrassing. Just a really embarrassing, you know, child on the internet, really. It's kind of sad. The clanging sword, what's that? Apparently, it got better after the real bad CGI it started with. Yeah. The best part of the new anime is some of the music and the sound effects. I liked the music. I did, yeah. I did. Harley Quinn, welcome in. Screaming, crying, pissing, shitting, and coming an emotion, or all of the emotions. Yes, it's one emotion, yeah. Helmet, because no hair and pronouns. There was supposed to be more movies, yeah. What's the deal here? Is this the classic case of being upset that a thing he likes went mainstream and more people like it now? I think he's talking about some of the valid criticism that people had about it on Twitter. That's what he's going to get into here. The delivery of this video makes it very hard to follow in a boring way for me. That's why I'm watching it with you and reacting to it. But if it's me that's making it boring, I'm sorry, we'll move on. Do people really still say SJW was an insult? Yes, that's why this is very funny. Because he's like a caricature.
That is Berserk.
Why? You little piece of dribble.
But the music from
What? Who cares? Who cares? I don't understand what his point was. Don't understand his point. Don't understand the point he makes about the CGI anime. I don't understand it. Is he saying that, like, when they redid it for TV, it was, like, bad because they, I don't know, they changed the animation or something? Random ab fab. Yeah, random ab fab. Uh-huh.
the anime was good. Cue the sound bites, Stu.
All right, good take. The music was good. That's true.
Hey, stop!
I actually think, Mule, is this all just you doing a bit? Did you make up this guy to get mad at him? Maybe. Maybe I made him up. Maybe it's just me. One emotion. That's right. Came over from Red Planet. Thank you so much for supporting Red Planet. I appreciate that. Shafiq, could I get the Red Planet command in the chat? Check out Red Planet, everyone. It's dope. Suddenly Max Mofo. Is that who this is? That guy's a piece of shit too, right? That guy's a dickhead. I just remember him being like in the like the iDubbbz kind of gang. You know? I just remember it being that. Yeah.
What? We can't play it. What can we do? Nothing.
Who's that?
We're still alive.
Who's this here?
Nothing. That's good. I don't know what I'll do when they take nothing from me.
He was in the OG Filthy Frank gang. That's right, yep.
It wasn't some watered down storyline. It was tragic, yet hopeful, but unapologetic in its nature, much like reality. No matter how you want to dress it up.
Reality is often disappointing.
Wait.
All of you!
Daddy, chill.
The world isn't what we want it to be, and it never shall be. Only for a select few like the gods on Mount Olympus stand at the precipice of what they want and desire. The rest of us are like peasants and rats.
Okay. Yeah, all right. So far, the memes he uses do suck. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Scurrying about for crumbs.
Yeah, an MCU clip, not great. Not great. Tommy Guns, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Sadly, I can't talk about that guy on here. Because I could get in trouble for that, I think, until I get... Wait, hang on. I think I can check this now. Okay, I can't get confirmation on that. But yeah, I can't talk about that guy. But yeah, welcome in, Tommy Guns. What's going on? Never liked iDubbbz from the start because he had so much fun saying that catchphrase made up of 2 slurs he wouldn't stop saying. Yep, piece of shit. I agree. No, it's okay. Don't worry. You're fine, Tommy Guns. Don't worry about it. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're good. Thank you for the support.
It is true that man has no control, even over his own will.
I would say Berserk is a modern-day Greek tragedy. It transcends culture and temporal boundaries because of the themes in the manga are universal, much like Greek tragedies before it. And if you think
Thank you for the follow.
about it, Greek tragedies inspired plays and storytelling for centuries after the fall of Greece. I dare say Shakespeare was inspired by Greek tragedies, as much as FromSoft was inspired by Berserk. What makes Guts the greatest protagonist ever, in my personal opinion, and this is coming from a guy who lives his life...
Okay, this is going to be big. This is going to be big. What do we reckon, chat? Problematic reason or the actual reason in the anime? Now, if some of you haven't watched Berserk, here's my take. Here's why I like Guts, right? I nearly called him Burke again. Here's why I like Burke. It's because you get to see a progression of his healing from some of the most disgusting trauma that could ever happen to him. Could ever happen to anyone, right? It's really fucked what happens to Berserk. In the manga, in the TV series, in the anime series, the stuff that happens to the people he loves. You think he's going to have a decent description? I hope so. This is going okay so far. But yeah, was that a picture of Moses? I actually don't know. It's a pathetic video, I agree. I don't know what... Like, I don't know, saying it's like drawn from the Greek tragedies and shit like that is a little much. I think it's fine to just be like, this is a really good story on its own. He has so much character change through the series. Yeah, it's like that, you know? It explains why he could carry a big-ass sword. That's right. If there's more of these fast, flashy cuts, I might have to drop out. I have absence epilepsy. That is completely understandable. Please look after yourself. I'll add that. I think that's an important content warning to have, isn't it? Fast, flashy cuts. Fast, flashy cuts. All right. Spell it right. Let's try to spell it right. There we go. Yeah, sorry about that, Cynthia.
Like a low-rent Batman. Aristotle once put it such as...
A low-rent Batman. He lives his life like a low-rent Batman. So he's just insulting Guts because he doesn't have any money? That's a bit weird. That's a little bit insane. Low-rent Batman? What do you fucking mean by that? What do you mean by that, bro? I wouldn't say that Burke is a cop. He's trying to say that he's trying to say that Guts is a cop. Batman literally doesn't pay rent. He's a billionaire. He's quoting Aristotle. Yeah, he's quoting Aristotle. Here we go.
This.
Oh, he's describing himself as a low-rent Batman. That's even more embarrassing.
He believed that heroes in a tragedy needed to be good, but not so good that you can't relate to them. This is why Batman is more popular in DC than Superman. We're not even talking about the gay son. But you see my point.
We're not going to talk about the gay son. So why did you bring it up, bro? It sounds like you did talk about the gay son for a little bit. What's up with that? Oh, man. Straight guys are just so gay. Straight guys are gayer than gay men. Like, they literally are sometimes. It's actually embarrassing. His son is bi. Yeah, a little bit of bi erasure, not gonna lie. A little bit of bi erasure. That's true. Just had to bring up by John Kent. Uh-huh. I sort of live my life like a low-rent Batman, so does my girlfriend and a good deal of my friends. Yeah, it's not exactly... It's not exactly, you know. Yeah, he made his own mystery machine. That's in the art in the back, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Gonna be mad about that forever. It's very funny, yeah. It is funny. It is funny. It's extremely funny that these chuds are so mad that there's a queer Batman. You know? I want to be fucked by Superboy. I want to fuck Superboy. You know? Important. Superman, that is, anyway. But he loves the Snyderverse. Obsessed with MLM, these right-wingers. They are. They love men. They are men and they love men.
Superman, the man of tomorrow, the hope of the world, blah, blah, blah. Batman had to make the hard decision.
Most straight men are performing their attraction to women only to get the approval of other men. Just getting horny for their bros, living, laughing, and loving with their bros only. Genuinely gayer than anything. It's right. It's right. 100%.
He was flawed.
What was it like, growing up with him?
When I was a kid, I idolized him. Hell, I wanted to be him. But the older I got, the more I realized that I didn't
That I'm a cop.
know him at all. How could I? Bruce Wayne is as much a mask as Batman. And I think the only thing behind those masks is pain. A pain he refuses to share with anyone. So what was it?
Emo Batman. He relates to emo Batman. He's so flawed because he's emo Batman. He's like basically Shadow the Hedgehog.
Like? Lonely.
He screwed up.
His OC does kind of have low-key Robin vibes. He wants to get topped by Batman. That's what's going on. Batman is basically a Gestapo officer with PTSD. Yeah, he's a full-on cop. Yeah, absolutely. 1000%. Probably a queer Batman out there. Batwoman is a lesbian. Is Batwoman a lesbian? There you go. Let's fucking go. Emo cop Batman 2, crying while brutalizing poor people. That's what he does, yeah. Yeah, Batman needs to go to therapy. Yeah, he does have the money.
Functioning depressive, baby. Get on the boat, ladies. There's only so many of us left.
That was the most embarrassing thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Let's hear that one again. Okay, get it ready, chat. Prepare your brain. Prepare your brain for the psychic damage. Okay, you ready? Deep breaths. Deep breaths. Let's go. Was
it like? Lonely.
He screwed up. High-functioning depressive, baby. Get on the boat, ladies. There's only so many of us left.
Oh, I've never been so unattracted to someone in my entire life. I know he's not coming for me anyway, but just in general, like someone saying something like that, incredibly unattractive. Holy shit. Already incredibly unattractive. Already. Completely desperate. You hit your credits button. It's not good. What was the joke? There was no joke. He was trying to say that, like, he's just trying to big himself up. He's trying to big himself up. Like, imagine asking for ladies in your YouTube video without a joke. Proceeding. That's so embarrassing. So embarrassing. Thank you for the follow. Hello, Louise Ed King. Hello, I like that name. Nothing about this guy screams high functioning. It's true. Can't tell if that was a weird self-deprecating joke or if he was totally serious. I think he's probably desperate for pussy. I think that's a guarantee. I think if there's one thing to be gleaned from this video is that this boy is desperate for pussy. Maybe bussy. Maybe some Batman topping, you know? Directly comparing himself to Batman and Guts because he might be depressed. Yeah, it's a little bit like, oh God, come on. I really don't think that, I mean, maybe he's specifically talking about Batman being a high-functioning depressive, but I actually... Is that really a thing in Batman? Is it ever touched upon? Not a huge fan of it. Gonna say. There's only so many times I can say, oh honey, no, desperation is not attractive. Yeah, right. That's the issue. That's the issue. He wants that Batusi. I've heard of Batman. I have no idea who this is. Yeah, that's right. Are we watching this to dunk on it? Yes, we are. That's correct. Sophie gave me a ride here from Mars. Sophie, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much for supporting me. Always shouting me out. Always sharing my stuff. What a legend. Thank you. It was like a neg but inverted. Yeah, he did. Yeah. Very cringe.
But point being, people trying to be good but making mistakes along the way was the epitome of a good heroic protagonist in a Greek tragedy, and dare I say in all of entertainment medium. This is why all the female superheroes suck. Rey Skywalker is garbage. Captain Marvel with Brie Larson, where's the character? Never mind that, where's her ass?
Oh man, my brain is gonna be dribbling out of my ears. My brain is about to fucking just fall out of my ears. So valuing women on whether or not they have an ass. See, I knew there was gonna be sexism straight away. I didn't actually. It was Andy. Andy told us about this. This guy honestly is like there, like complaining about how he doesn't get puss. He's not getting laid. There's no women that want him, and he's saying shit like that. Are you kidding? Hey, what's going on, Alejandro Burro? What's going on? How many views does this video have? This is the issue. This is the issue I have with this video. It has like hundreds of thousands. It's got 500,000 views. Wait, what the fuck? Why did you get timed out? Oh, my bot thought that you were posting a link. Sorry, Dave. Sorry about that. How do these right-wingers proclaim to be gay but hate women so much? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Captain Marvel is actually pretty good. There's my hot take. Well, he just like went crazy at all the women superheroes. Embarrassing. Incredibly embarrassing. Dave Rubin, classic example. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I take a bit of issue with like saying that gay people hate women. Do you know what I mean? What was this video even about again? Well, it's apparently just like calling out social justice warriors, you know?
He's out of line, but he's right.
And that's what makes Guts amazing. He's flawed, he's scarred, he's damaged, he's crippled for God's sakes. He doesn't have a hand and he's missing an eye. Talk about fighting ableism. This man is damaged and he...
Okay. Couple of things there about ableism. Like, you don't fight ableism by, you know, living up to standards that... is it non-disabled people? Is that right? Is that how you say it? Non-disabled people? You don't live up to their standard. You don't live up to capitalism and society's standards by doing what capitalism wants and shit like that. Like, you shouldn't have to do that. Disabled people aren't obliged to do that. Right? Is it abled people? Okay. Yeah, just being disabled is fighting ableism. Right, exactly. Holy fucking shit. This guy has a rare form of posting disease where he gets measurably negative pussy. So take note, kids. This is why touching grass is important. This is what too much cyber can do. Yeah, log off sometimes. It's very important. It's very important to log off. Yeah. Yep. Very terrible take. That's fair, my bad. Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that you're taking that on the chin. Thank you, bad at this. Thank you. There are definitely some, you know, gays who are super misogynistic, but you know, it's not all of us, in it. Missing an arm, but also has an arm that is a cannon. Very fucking poggers. That shit's poggers.
Faces impossible.
Right, so like, makes the point. There's so much wrong with this video. Holy shit. Tries to say that, like, and here's the thing, he's probably not even being serious about him fighting ableism. That was probably like a snarky joke to be like, you know, it's not able-bodied people because that only relates to physical disabilities. Right, there you go. So abled people is right, apparently, according to Shafiq. It's definitely a parody. I refuse to believe someone would invest more time and effort into an endeavor more pointless than anything I do. So pointless. It's so stupid. I don't like Marvel stuff, so I'll probably never watch Captain Marvel, but I'm never going to say those movies are shit because they have women or marginalized people in, right? Never going to say that. Like, I'll say it because it's a shit movie and I don't like it, right? Yeah, 1000% a snarky joke. Doesn't even give a shit about ableism. Yeah. I agree. Defo doesn't care. Okay. Let's go.
Possible odds, while also learning how to reconnect with people again in his life later on in the manga.
Okay.
After spending years just completely unable to relate to people, to even be touched by other human beings. I'm not going to spoil the story for you.
It's not that he can't relate to them. Holy shit, dude. Come on, like, get it? How can you claim to be a fan of Berserk and talk about how it's how he can't relate to people? It's not about he can't relate to people. It's that he absolutely doesn't want anyone to come fucking close to him for fear that he will get attached to them and he'll lose them again. That's what it's about. It's not about he can't relate to them. Sure, on like some levels, right? He can't relate to some people, but like he uses he uses a fucking. This is how dumb this is. This guy is talking about how he loves Berserk. It's his favorite thing. Yeah, he refuses to relate to them. He's talking about how Berserk is his favorite thing. Guts is his favorite character. He really relates to him, and he uses a frame from the manga. Where now this character from the manga, by the way, he's just referred to as like the old man. I think his name is Varus, actually. Varus, Varras. I might be wrong. That might be an Elden Ring character. I don't know. I think it begins with a V. But basically, this is Berserk spoilers, by the way. But it'd probably still be worth watching or reading the manga after this anyway, because it's just great. The art is great. The whole body of work is really good. But essentially, yeah, Vari was Elden Ring, yeah. I think this guy's name is Varus. But anyway, basically, this guy that he's like kicking away from him here saying, don't fucking touch me, has suffered under a count who is one of the apostles that Guts is hunting. So this apostle in the castle, like, devoured this guy's wife and child in front of him and tortured him. Like, ate them alive, tortured him, tortured this guy. And so he's, like, desperately asking Guts for revenge. He wants him to avenge him. You can see it says, avenge me. Like, he could absolutely relate to that character. That's exactly the kind of shit that happened to Guts. If you don't know the main story about Guts and Berserk, it's that, like, he's in this company of mercenaries, the leader of the mercenaries who he, and I think this is absolutely true, falls in love with, betrays the whole company. The whole company and sends them all to hell and marks them for sacrifice in order to attain a new status as a god. Because he has this like little Griffith's got his own deep character development stuff that is really like, you just need to watch the manga and the anime. Can't touch on all of it now, but you know, there's a reason that Griffith does the stuff that he does, but he's still a piece of shit. And Guts is absolutely in love with him, and he gets betrayed. And he's also in love with Casca, a woman of color who is in the company of mercenaries as well. And it's so bad, she basically gets sexually assaulted by him in hell, and all of Guts' friends get like devoured, all of Casca's friends get devoured, like eaten. It's just disgusting. It's so fucked. And so that's what Guts has gone through. He's gone through the same shit as this guy, and he consistently comes across people who he can relate to in that regard, because the apostles are destroying the world. And it's not that he can't relate to them, it's that he refuses to. I'm not going to spoil the story for you. Well, you know, that's your fault for not going into it. That's literally your fault for not going into it.
But the
fucking
character
idiot.
is actually incredibly deep.
Holy shit. Holy shit. I need to write that shit down. Wait, let me put a stream marker in. Gonna put a stream marker in that so I could just... me saying that can be my notes. You know? Hey, Riaquaza, what's going on? Might need to duck out. Berserk can be a lot for me sometimes. Yeah, that's totally understandable. Thank you for being here anyway. Appreciate you.
Now let's take it on another level. Aristotle...
Oh my god, Aristotle again. Holy shit. Right, listen, I don't know much about philosophy, but philosophy peeps, there's something wrong with Aristotle, isn't it? Right? There's something wrong with Aristotle. Like, he was a bad philosopher or something. Is that right? Am I wrong? Aristotle, was he the guy in the bath? See the guy in the bath with the crown? He drops the crown in the bath, it flows over. I don't know. Is that right? You can spoil it. I won't read it and watch it anyway. Okay, fair enough. I've only read Aristotle's Ethics. Okay. Heard stuff? He doesn't want innocence to get in the way of his revenge, but plays up as if he doesn't care. Right, exactly. And that's a coping method, yeah. He had bad vibes. Virtue ethics is a bit doo-doo. Archimedes is the guy with the bath. See, I'm a himbo. I don't know about this philosophy stuff. I did philosophy A-level, and I didn't even read as much of his work as this dude. Yeah, different old dead dude. Okay. Is this a quote from the Poetics? What is that? Tragedy is an imitation mimesis of an action that is serious, complete, and of a certain magnitude through pity and fear affecting the proper purgation of these emotions. Aristotle is the material world kind of dude, he's just like me for real. Virtue ethics sucks. Also, Aristotle loved slavery. He's not like me for real. He's not like me for real. Okay, well, let's read this shit. What is this about? Through pity and fear affecting the proper purgation, catharsis of these emotions. Right, so, like, he's just describing what tragedy is.
This. Tragedy, says Aristotle, is the imitation of an action that is serious, complete, and of certain magnitude, through pity and fear, affecting the proper purgation, catharsis of these emotions.
Did he have to, like, stop and, like, look up every word?
The proper purgation, catharsis of these emotions. What he means by that.
That's how he read that was so weird. No offense if you struggle to speak and stuff like that, but, like, it's just very weird how he edited that.
Is these tragedies such as Berserk.
You should put that reaction of you learning Aristotle loved slavery in your video. That was hysterical. I'm also going to put that screenshot from you in my chat saying that I should do that in the video as well. Purgation. Is that how you say it? Did I say it wrong? I don't know. I'm saving that. I'm saving that you said, Sophie. Hang on, let me put it in Discord so I don't lose it. Let me put it in our chat. The Mr. Robot song in the background? I don't know, I've not seen it.
Allows you to have a
Everybody's going to tell me to watch Mr. Robot now. Please don't do that. My ADHD will hate you.
Release of your misery and pains through these characters. Because let's face it, the 2020s are sucking right now, and they're probably going to get worse. Most important of all, Aristotle said, is the structure of the incidents.
This is so interesting when you observe these guys. When you observe these guys, and they know, like, it's exactly like I said 2 years ago at the start of fucking 2020. Was it 2020 or 2021? No, it was last year. It was literally a year ago. It's like I said a year ago. That's so weird that a year feels like 2 years ago. It's like I said a year ago. These men, these cis-het white men, they stay inside. They play video games because they have a shit life. They probably try and have successful YouTube careers like this guy. Sometimes they do. And what they do is they know that their life is shit. They know that something is wrong. So what they do is they go on the internet, they try and find out why they've got a shit life, and then they get introduced to people like Jordan Peterson, Joe Rogan, stuff like that. But they know that something is wrong. They know that, like, see, that guy was talking about, like, gas prices. That guy was talking about, like, the war in Ukraine. He knows that that shit is wrong, innit? Like, people know that there's something wrong. But along the way, they go, oh, yeah, well, Jordan Peterson said it was the trans people and the women. Joe Rogan said it was people who believe that COVID is real and Democrats and shit like that, It's 2022 and people are still quoting philosophers like it automatically adds any depth. Well, that's the funny thing. Like, he's just using Aristotle to describe tragedy. Aristotle quoted to describe tragedy. Okay, let's move on.
For tragedy is an imitation not of men, but of an action, and of life. And life consists in action, and its end is a mode of action, not a quality. Aristotle.
Ah, so deep, bro. So fucking deep, bro. I swear to God. That's so fucking deep. I'm so glad this guy said this. I've never thought this in my entire life. This is like one of the first things that you think about when you, like, watch TV when you're high. If you, like, watch a, like, sad TV show, you think about this when you're stoned. I didn't need Aristotle to tell me this. Holy shit. You bet this guy calls himself a classical liberal? Do you know what? Do you know what? The way that things are at the moment, this guy could probably even attempt to call himself a leftist. Yes. There are people who say things exactly like this guy who call themselves leftists. Yes, that's right. I did a video on that. You should check it out. You should check it out. He could have just said that an aspect of the appeal of Berserk is tragedy in the Golden Age, followed by the fallout and healing. Right, yeah. Uh-huh. This is seconds after a dig against Star Wars and MCU. I know.
Aristotle considered the plot to be the soul of tragedy.
Hey, Hampig, what's going on?
Characters in second place. The overall story and world building of Berserk will engulf you if you...
What's going on here? What's this? What's this? He's got like a Pepe face. He's got like Pepe eyes. He's got like the yep Pepe face. It's like the yep Pepe face and his skin is yellow. It's changed yellow. Was his skin already yellow? The Avatar skin?
Maybe Aristotle's formula for Greek tragedy.
He's got Pepe Sona.
Texas sharpshooter fallacy moments.
Hey, Plink.
Look it up. I can't explain everything to you. But if you...
Whoa. What did he say? What did he say? It looks kind of green on your screen.
The overall story and world building of Berserk will engulf you if you allow it to do so. Maybe Aristotle's formula for Greek tragedy is right. Or I'm having Texas sharpshooter fallacy moments.
Texas sharpshooter fallacy moments. So he actually says in his video, maybe I'm having Texas sharpshooter fallacy moments. A logical fallacy where, I don't know this one off by heart, but apparently, according to that website where it tells you about all of it, the Texas sharpshooter fallacy is when outcomes are analyzed out of context, giving the illusion of causation rather than attributing outcomes to chance. The Texas sharpshooter fallacy fails to take randomness into account when determining cause and effect. Right. Yeah. Is it a JFK thing? Maybe. Mate, please go outside for a walk. Anything but this. True.
Look it up. I can't explain everything to you.
Look it up. I can't explain everything to you. So he's saying like, oh yeah, I might be doing a logical fallacy in my video. And I feel like he actually is. Like if he's talking about like Aristotle and he's trying to relate the Greek tragedy, he could have definitely just said that instead of naming an obscure fallacy to sound smart. I mean, yeah. And then he's like, the way that he's dismissive about it to the audience as well. Yeah, look it up. Look it up. I can't explain everything to you. I'm Peter Griffin. I'm Peter Griffin if you put me in YouTube.
But if you don't agree with me on Berserk and you enjoy Elden Ring...
What do you mean? You've not even talked about what the fuck are you talking about, bro? You've not even stated like your opinions.
Take a look at this photo for comparison and get flexed on, kid.
Get flexed on how? What do you mean? Does he really think that Elden Ring and Berserk being the same owns the SJWs? Can you see? Can you see in the background? He's got that person who cried when Trump won. Mule, you just did a bell pepper chicken ravioli hominem. Thank you, Wizard. Thank you for holding me accountable. I appreciate that.
Okay, one last...
He wishes he was Pickle Rick so bad, he does.
This one. The Heramartia, as Aristotle called it.
Oh, man, stop it, dude. Fucking shut the fuck up.
Of judgment that leads to tragedies. There are so many points in Berserk that this phrase fits into perfectly.
Dude, what are you talking about? Error of judgment. Like, there is a moment in Berserk when Guts realizes that he is being used by Griffith. Casca realizes it too. That's why she's so mad that Griffith loves Guts so much. Because she realizes that even though she was given the decision by Griffith to like take her life into her own hands. If you don't know the story of Casca, Casca was a kid. Griffith found her. She was about to be abducted and used as a sex slave by a noble. And he attempts to assault her on the way to his castle. Fall out of the castle while they're having a fight. Griffith comes along, throws her a sword, and says, you make the decision. And she gets it and she stabs him, right? And so she thinks, oh my God. Like, so Griffith, I guess, was trying to teach her that, like, I can't save you, but you can save yourself, right? And that's kind of what he was getting at. So, like, she loves him, basically. And she's so mad when Griffith basically loves Guts that she just hates Guts so much. And it's like, yeah, well, you know, these characters had an error in judgment, but it's like, yeah, they notice it. Yeah, he doesn't even save her. He doesn't even save her. He uses her from the start. Yeah, he manipulates her from the start, basically. 100%. It's one of those AI-generated content farms. It does feel like that, doesn't it? Yeah. Does feel like it, yeah. Citing philosophers without understanding them. Top game. Huge game. Massive game.
Leaving the Band of the Hawk and Casca. Griffith going out of his way to get Guts to join the Band of the Hawk, right? Among the
like, look at that. Look at that. Look at this.
Griffith going out of his way.
Look at this. That's the gayest shit I have ever seen. Very fucking gay. There are multiple points in the 1997 anime where Guts and Griffith are in a shot, and Guts has his massive fucking sword just held like that, where his cock is. You know? It's like that. He's holding it like that. Yeah, you belong to me. They proceed to have a naked water fight. Yep. That's right.
To get Guts to join the Band of the Hawk, right?
And Griffith is wearing no clothes as well. He literally gets naked.
Comrades and the tens of thousands of enemies. Only you ever made me forget my dreams.
Gay. Well, yeah, what's your point? It is gay. He knows. He knows.
Gambino taking in Guts. Casca not leaving with Guts when he left the Band of the Hawk. Griffith sneaking off to go to Charlotte's room and have sex with her. And forgetting that he broke his sword when the king's men find out, right? Because the king goes crazy. He's in love with his daughter. It's a weird thing going on there, right? Griffith was so just distraught over Guts leaving that he just loses his mind. And in that one action, he loses becoming a prince, marrying her, and, you know, taking over the realm. I can't even remember the stupid name of the country right now. But
Charlotte. Oh my God. There's breasts. Sorry, give me a second. Gotta be careful here.
There's so many points where the phrase Herematia fits in perfect, you know, as I was saying before, modern day Greek tragedy. I'm having an epiphany over here. And I guess it's rare that I speak about anything
I'm having an epiphany over here. There are some things that are kind of like other things that have happened in the world. I'm having an epiphany. Imagine telling on yourself like that. Fucking hell.
Actually care about. But whatever. We could also say that Berserk itself is philosophical, as if to talk about Greek tragedy didn't already hint at that. Many themes in the manga are taken from Friedrich Nietzsche's philosophies, for God's sakes. Guts is
breasts are TOS, but gay stuff isn't. Twitch is gay. Confirmed. That's true. That's very right. Charalat for starting your grill. That's correct.
Sword is named the Dragon Slayer. It can't be any more on the nose than that. Honestly, I could go on in depth with my...
What do you mean it couldn't be any more on the nose? On the nose to what? Is he saying that, like, oh yeah, there are swords in medieval fantasy called the Dragon Slayer? Because yeah, Miura took examples from medieval fantasy worlds. That's so bizarre. Is he saying Griffith had an error in judgment that he was gay? Yeah, it could be.
My views of Berserk and explaining the deeper meanings that I see personally. That would
Whoa. The higher man is distinguished from the lower by his fearlessness and his readiness to challenge misfortune.
Views of Berserk.
Is that a quote from the manga? That could be a quote from the manga, but I don't know.
And explaining the deeper meanings that I see personally.
Oh, is he quoting Nietzsche? Nietzsche's concept of the dragon?
That would most likely and ultimately just be an echo of thoughts that others have already expressed that were more learned than me.
That's a bit yikes. Quoting Nietzsche.
On YouTube, and probably went to school for this sort of crap that also read manga. But suffice to say, anyone who relegates Berserk to
blog post a while ago about why I fucking hate
Berserk.
because this is what it does. It appeals to like the male fantasy.
Or
It's gore porn.
exposes
Okay, let's unpack this. Let's unpack this. So, by the way, this is a clip that anti-SJW YouTubers used to use in literally 2014.
Berserk 2
Blog post a while ago about why I fucking hate
Berserk.
because this is what it does. It appeals to like the male fantasy.
Uh-huh. I mean, like, you use this clip to try and pick on people who have a bad take about Berserk, but Berserk, in a way, does appeal to the male fantasy a lot. That's a valid criticism.
or
It's gore porn.
Okay, the gore porn thing is a bit like, yeah, I don't know. I didn't really see many people talk about that. When I saw people on Twitter, like I said, I might have saw like one person say that it's another media that uses the suffering of women of color to as a plot point, right? Which is bad. It's problematic. Yeah, that's a valid point. That's literally what I saw about Berserk. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. I still think it does a good job of like showing how someone can heal after something horrible happens to them, and all the negative ways it can affect you when you've had some trauma. But yeah, that's a valid criticism. It's like it's like an oldie. He's a gamergator. He's a gamergator. You know, this guy revealed his age earlier on, so he's absolutely a gamergator, isn't he? You know, that's why I was saying this guy probably watches fucking debate streamers. This guy probably thinks he's a leftist.
exposes themselves for what Nietzsche would call the herd mentality.
What the fuck are you talking about? Quoting Nietzsche to own the SJWs. Okay. He's basically found a smart way to say NPC. Chat, you were about right. It's about a quarter of the way through. It's about a quarter of the way through the video. Those 10 people that voted, you were right. You were right. Nietzsche. Is that not how you say it? Nietzsche? Nietzsche? I've seen a much better video going over the Nietzschean themes in Berserk. Half-baked reference makes it sound like a fascist dog whistle. Yeah, and also he's using Nietzsche now to like all this. Nietzsche. Okay. That's just what I said. Nietzsche. That's like about half. I have to get to work. Have fun with this. Yo, see you later, Star Mist. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you.
In the herd morality. Don't ever let these simple first glance views of Berserk bother you. These people are simplistic in nature and thought. And
Right. Telling on yourself straight away. Don't let it bother you. Right? Don't let it bother you. So this guy was incredibly bothered by seeing some opinions about a film, about a franchise that he didn't like. You know? Berserk is just Hellraiser references. There's a lot of Hellraiser references in it. Yeah, for sure. 100%.
take everything at face value and cannot see nor look for a deeper meaning to anything, because their view of the world is absolute, because these people suffer from a level of hubris hopefully you will never know.
Oh my god, you've made someone up in your head. He's made someone up in his head and he's mad at them. It's that typical social justice warrior straw man. He's mad at the made up social justice warrior straw man. And he thinks that people just having slightly different opinions, or like, let's face it, opinions from a marginalized perspective, right, about this stuff. What is it? What's the main problem that he says people say it appeals to the main fantasy? It's from a woman's perspective. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. This video is so sad because this Gundam dude is only talking about how much he loves Berserk as a way to shit on SJWs. Pretty pathetic. Oh yeah, it is pathetic. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're going to watch the Super Eye Patch Wolf video in a bit. Yeah. Absolutely. Cook Philosophy has some good videos on Nietzsche's philosophy as the academic background to actually talk about it. Let's watch that later. I think that's a good shout. Watch Cook Philosophy. I feel like I was meaning to watch Cook Philosophy a long time ago. Hey, Weird Beards, what's going on?
Yourself. Well, enough of me waxing poetically about Berserk, my favorite manga of all time that I'm talking to you about with the same bias as the news media about a certain laptop that wasn't real but certainly is now. Weird. Twitter brainlets got wind of Berserk since Elden Ring is like crazy popular right now.
Yeah, yeah. Who knew that women would look at big man with big weapon differently from men? Wow, yeah. So deep, bro. So deep. So fucking deep. I've seen no poetry. That's right.
For a minute, it had more views than just chatting on Twitch. That's huge for a video game right now.
This guy's even dropping references to like, you know what that was about, don't you? You know what that was about. Did he just do the Hunter Biden laptop thing? Wait, what? Oh, he just did the Hunter Biden laptop thing. You're talking about Cook philosophy. Sorry, yeah. My bad. I swear to fucking God. Holy shit.
Minute, it had more views than just chatting on Twitch.
He's literally talking about the popular right-wing talking point that titty streamers are stealing every video gamer's views. Pretty sure that was definitely a Hunter Biden laptop reference. Wait, in the video? Wait, where did I miss it?
Real, but certainly is now. Weird. Twitter brainlets got...
Oh, this Gundam guy did the Biden laptop thing. He did a video about that.
Wind of Berserk since Elden Ring is like crazy popular right now. For a minute, it had more views than just chatting on Twitch. That's huge for a video game right now.
That Elden Ring so hot right now.
And with this popularity, it has brought new eyes to...
Okay, let's have a little look. Right, let's have a little look. This kind of brutal sexual violence wouldn't be done to males, so I'd have to agree. All Berserk does is make violence against women seem fun. Women need to arm themselves if this is the kind of entertainment being put forth. No one wants to read Berserk, so nice try. Okay, I don't think this is like... They always choose, like, the worst take. The line right before the just chatting thing? Okay, hang on. Hang on, sorry, I missed it. Same bias of the new media, waxing poetically about Berserk. Never exhibit yourself?
Exhibit yourself. Well, enough of me waxing poetically about Berserk, my favorite manga of all time that I'm talking to you about with the same bias as the news media about a certain laptop that...
You're right. That totally passed me by. Thank you, chat.
Wasn't real, but certainly is now. Weird. Twitter brainlets got wind of Berserk since Elden Ring is like crazy popular right now. For a minute, it had more views than just chat.
I still think this guy probably identifies as a leftist and watches debate streamers. I'm still convinced. Not something hasn't appeared yet to make me think that he's not.
Chatting on Twitch. That's huge for a video game right now.
That Elden Ring so hot right now.
So obviously, again, then he goes into the, you know, social justice warriors are sticking up for booby streamers, titty streamers. It's not even a thing. It's just like, you know, holy shit. There's a lot of talented, you know, women content creators out there.
And with this popularity, it has brought new...
Oh my God, it's Jay Leno. I just realized you're right, Queen Pip, it's Jay Leno. Is that a good Jay Leno? Did you enjoy that, chat? Oh, my name's Jay Leno. My name's Jay. This is nothing more Jay Leno. My name's Jay Leno. I'm going to talk to you about how SJWs are ruining. They're ruining my life. Well, what do you think about SJWs? Right, gotta go. Thank you for the hot take. See you later, Harley Quinn. Thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Mixing Ronnie James Dio in, the guy rolls in his grave. Yeah, I noticed that as well. The holy diver thing. Come on, man. What the hell? Yeah, so like going back to what I was talking about, like this is total straw man shit because it's like, it's the one tweet with like, you know, they've hidden how many likes it's got. Wait, no, because it would show up there if it had likes. If this had any replies or retweets or likes, it'd show up on the right? Also, this guy uses Twitter in light mode, completely unhinged, red flag. Put this guy on a list. So nobody's talking about this fucking take here. No one's engaging with it. This guy's just seen this one take where it's like, yeah, okay, it's reductive to say that all Berserk does is make violence against women seem kind of fun. It definitely doesn't make it fun. 100%. It definitely takes it as seriously as it's supposed to be. Yeah, the one quote tweet, which is probably him. It's probably him. He probably did the quote tweet. Yeah, I bet it's his. I bet it's his. Also, this guy has a huge audience, and he has not blocked out the name of the person on Twitter. And this guy's audience are going to be absolutely rabid to destroy, you know, destroy some poor person with a bad take, some poor kid with a bad take on Twitter, you know? Okay.
New eyes to the manga itself. And the people on Twitter went...
Twitter finally discovers Berserk manga. Now they're going berserk, saying it's misogynistic. I don't think anyone was going berserk about it. Again, that's like the sort of straw man of social justice warriors brought back from game. It's just Gamergate again. It's Gamergate again, isn't it? Women are speaking about my favorite thing, and so now I have to be mad. I have to make a 27-minute YouTube video about how they are bad and they are ruining it for everyone. Rage searching is all they do. Always looking for a fight with strawmen. That's right, Alejandro. Yeah, that's right. I've completely missed the meta and I'm terminally online. Yeah, I know. It was like maybe a day that people were talking about this. It's maybe like a day. I saw it for like a day. So stupid.
A panel from, I'd say, Berserk 11.
All right, Shafiq. No worries. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the help. What's this other one? There's like another thread here. Thread. Right. Okay, so anime profile pictures already. There's already going to be bad opinions in here. But let's just have a little look and see this conversation. Weird motherfuckers for being rightfully upset about seeing violent scenes of dead women in manga. Yeah. Yeah, no one's weird for feeling that way. Yeah, you know, a lot of people don't want to see. Like, you know, I've had someone in my community who said, yeah, Berserk is a bit much for me, and that's totally understandable. There's lots of content out there that is, like, a bit too much for people, and that's completely understandable because they have themes that are incredibly, you know, triggering and traumatic, right? For a lot of people. So that's fair enough. You know, you can't get mad about people rightfully criticizing it. You know? It's valid criticism. I definitely saw more people complaining about this than any criticism towards Berserk. Yes, correct, Samurai. Hello, Butter. What's going on? Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, it's totally rent-free. Totally rent-free. Shout out to the 4 people who tweeted about Doom Eternal digging on immigrants, and there were 400 anti-SJW vids about it. Doom Eternal digged on immigrants? What the fuck happened? Yeah, too much could change depend on current mood. Like, if I'm having a super shit depressed day, I might not want to watch Berserk, right? I might not want to watch it. Very true. Very true.
Panel from, I'd say, Berserk 11, most likely. I could
Okay, I don't know if this idiot's going to show it.
be wrong, but it was right after the Band of the Hawk freed Griffith. So that was Berserk 10, for sure. And the king sent out the Black Dog Knights to go after the Band of the Hawk for freeing Griffith because the king hates the living hell out of Griffith. This panel shows Wild, an apostle riding a horse with the corpses of women and children chopped up and placed on pikes. Wild is...
Okay, so he's not showing it, but I'm just so afraid that it's gonna, like, pop up at some stage, you know? I don't think he's showing anything. I'm just having a little skim through. I don't think it shows anything pretty gross just now. Let me... Just having a bit of a skim through the next 5 minutes. Yeah, okay. It's fine. It's fine.
Many humans turn to demons, apostles, that once they are granted power, they lose all of their humanity and they just become...
Yeah, the Wild stuff is too much. Yeah, it really is. That guy is literally, like, so bad. A trailer used similar messaging for demons that R's and D's use for immigrants. What? Can you send me, like, a link to someone talking about that or something, Louisa King? Honestly, I could do with just audio if necessary. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Become devils walking the earth. They're demons, basically. They're horrible creatures. You want them dead. Apostles in the Christian theology, is that how you say it? Or theology? Well, anyway, the apostles are the 12 chief disciples of Jesus Christ. and they are very important in early Christianity teachings, especially St. Paul. Apostles in Berserk are a total 180 from the Christian variety. Most apostles are defined by their lack of empathy and insatiable desire for bloodshed, though there are exceptionally disciplined apostles such as Grumbeld, Irvine.
So this guy actually decided to, go into detail and actually. Oh, sorry about that. I should have given you a permit, Louisa. There, that's my bad. But I got the link there. Thank you. Doom the fake outrage. Wait, when was this? In 2018? That's okay. Don't worry. You're not banned. You just got timed out very briefly. You just got purged in the chat. I got you.
Hello, everyone. Today we're...
All right. I've not seen that video. I'm going to check that out. Thank you. Appreciate that. So this guy's actually gone into detail and researched the ins and outs of the apostles, who are the most disgusting villains. I don't know, man. Just like he knows a bit more about the apostles, right? You know? The especially St. Paul is lifted word for word, Googling from what does apostle mean? No way! No way!
Though there are exceptionally by their lack are a total 180 Christianity teachers. Apostles are the 12 theology preachers. You want them dead. Apostles in the Christian theology, is that how you say it, or theology? Well, anyway, the apostles are the 12 chief disciples of Jesus Christ, and they are very important in early Christianity teachings, especially St. Paul. Apostles.
What does apostle mean? What does apostle mean? I'm not actually getting that.
In Berserk are a total 180 from the Christian variety. Most apostles are defined by their lack of empathy.
Some of the apostles are all right after a fashion. Yeah, well, a bit less intense, you know. Wild was cut out of both animes anyway. Yeah, for right. A possum, that's my 100-bit badge. That's right. That is correct.
Empathy and insatiable desire for bloodshed.
Yeah, I've not got that here, Jibby Dibby. I've got each of the 12 chief disciples of Jesus Christ, an important early Christian teacher or pioneering missionary.
Though there are exceptionally disciplined apostles such as Grumbeld, Irvine, and Locus, who are able to suppress their ravenous tendencies following the incarnation ceremony. Numerous apostles flocked to Griffith and pledged their allegiance to him. In doing so, they are finally granted a place in the world of man, fighting alongside humans as the White Falcon, metaphorical beaks and talons. That's further on in the manga. Point being, apostles are horrible creatures. They're monsters.
He actually censored some of the gore there, so that's pretty interesting. You're doing it next week instead? That's fair enough. Grunbeld clearly inspired Radan. Is that right?
Basically. So this panel further illustrates how terrible they are. And I'm just saying that only Wild was an apostle. All the men who followed him were normal humans, and they did his bidding because they were scared to death he'd kill them, which he usually would. If you weren't having fun, so you had to pretend to be happy and having fun, even when you're killing people. And if you showed any weakness or sorrow, he killed you. So they were more like prisoners.
Definitely to monetize the video. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there. I'm not going to explain Berserk to you or the people who will never.
What's the current? By the way, chat. Just a little me and you moment. What's the current consensus on monetizing videos? I've heard some people say that they monetize their videos like after they've been out for a year. Because I recently got the option to monetize my channel, and obviously I don't want to monetize any of my new ones. I want to keep them as free as possible. But I'm thinking about, like, you know, putting ads on some of the clips from years ago that people might watch. What do we think? I'm on the verge of tapping out because no info is getting assimilated in my brain and you're getting a headache. Yeah, that's fair enough, Potato. No worries. I'm sorry that, you know, this is what I wanted to do today. My bad. Definition results from Oxford languages might be a preferences thing or default because of US versus UK.
Never read this manga because they're too busy virtue signaling to the world. Like
virtue signaling. Virtue signaling. Like, I love it. I love it. I love it when people still say virtue signaling in 2022. Because it's like, right, virtue signaling, when you're saying stuff like being transphobic is bad, being bigoted is bad, being racist is bad, stuff like that, right? Sure, like you could say it's performative if you don't actually do any activism, right? Sure. But virtue signaling and sort of like criticizing media for being problematic is like, if you want to call it virtue signaling, it's like a good virtue to have. There's nothing wrong with it. This video is so bad for my ADHD. Don't worry, we'll get through it together, Cynthia. It's almost over. We're halfway in. More than halfway, I think. I've been so addicted to YouTube for so long. I've had YouTube Premium for a long time. Your opinion doesn't count. That's fair enough. Get that Google money if you can. You don't mind ads? Okay, sweet. I'm not going to explain Berserk to you. Then what the hell are you making this video for? I know. So stupid. This video is a nothing video. This guy is doing the thing that he's saying other people are doing. Like, he's saying that social justice warriors are getting super mad about Berserk. He's getting super mad about the social justice warriors doing that. He could have easily never made this video. I'll signal my virtues so I don't draw in assholes like this. Exactly, Louisa. Exactly. It's okay to get paid for your creative labor, although that payment may be small and benefits large corporations. It won't affect people using an ad blocker. I'm only going to do it on videos that are like a year old anyway, so yeah. Yeah, don't worry, gang. If we get through this, we're going to watch the Super Eye Patch video. And anyway, I've got a palate cleanser for you anyway. If you're getting a little bored. Look at this. This is a meme about the loathsome dung eater. Should we watch it?
Arise, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. The loathsome dung eater, the berserk booty bomb banqueter, the crazed caca consumer, the dastardly doo-doo devourer, the evil excrement enjoyer, the freaky fecal feaster, the garish guano gobbler, hellish hot.
The garish guano gobbler is the best one ever. Literally, easily the best one.
Sloppy hoarder, the infamous, icky slicky ingester, the mad manure muncher nefarious, number 2 nibbler. The pesky poo-poo plunderer.
Pesky poo-poo plunderer.
The sickly shit snacker. The tricky turd taster. The worrisome waste whomper. Sir Gideon Offney. The all-knowing. The repugnant rectum robber. The lecherous low-down luncher.
He's just like me for real. Adam!
What a time to tune in XD.
Thank you so much for the 2 months, Adam. Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate you. Thank you. That's so fucking funny.
And one other, whom grace would again bless. The horrible poo slurper!
See, I told you I had a palate cleanser for you. I told you. You've done really well, chat. We've done really well. We got through halfway. My granny used to play this game, but with different subjects. Wait, which one? The XYZ, the ABC XYZ thing? Thank you. I didn't just eat. You're welcome.
Like, oh my God, this is terrible. Misogyny, bigots! They just start firing off their favorite buzzwords for denouncing someone.
Yeah, man. Yeah. They just use buzzwords, don't they, bro? Yeah, they just use buzzwords. That's definitely more embarrassing than quoting Aristotle and Nietzsche. Definitely more embarrassing than having your own buzzwords like virtue signaling. That's literally a buzzword. What else have we got? So many more buzzwords. This guy's used so many. This guy is exhibiting nonce behavior. I agree, yeah.
I saw more people denounce Berserk for days than people who were outraged or upset by Smash.
Hold up. Whoa.
People denounce Berserk for days than people who are outraged or upset by smash and grabs that are going on in LA and Chicago and New York.
Smash and grabs that are going on in LA and Chicago and New York stores. Okay, bro. Weird thing to say. That's a bit weird. Why you say, what's that got to do with anything? Only dogs can hear it. That's right. Yeah, he's like, there's some kind of fucking bullshit bigotry going on there. 1000%. It's giving racism. It is, to be honest. It's giving racism with the vibes that this guy has been talking about already. He like specifies LA and Chicago. You know? Always has been. That's right, Shafiq. Always has been. Yeah. I love it when this guy uses when this guy in his very, very extremely normal media analysis of Berserk, you know,
Of being
extremely normal for him to talk about how people are doing smash and grabs. Like, yeah, crimes are happening all the time. What's your point, bro?
robbed.
My keychain broke today and no one on Twitter even mentioned it. That's right.
Saw a man's cat be attacked by black guys pit bulls because they thought.
Oh, there it is. Okay, there it is.
Stores are being robbed. I just saw a man's cat be attacked by black guys pit bulls because they thought it'd be fun.
Weird how he mentioned that there was a black guy. He said a guy. He said a guy. And then he said a black guy. Ding, 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 ding. You've triggered the racism alarm. Oh, that Jess, thank you so much for the raid. How are you doing? What's going on? Welcome in. Hello, everyone. Please go and follow That Jess videos, everybody. How are you doing? What was your stream doing? What were you up to? Please go follow That Jess videos on Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. Shit, that just came out, right? Yo, how are you enjoying that? I fucking love Lego games. Yeah, please go follow That Jess videos on twitch.tv and on YouTube as well. She's very, very good. How are you finding it, Jess? What's going on? What's going on there? Hey, Trans Jane there. How are you doing? Who even needs dog whistles? Yeah, it's a dog foghorn. Dog foghorn right there. Uh-huh. Yep. Hey, Splootnoo. I am coming to 9 Inch Nails in June. That's right. Yeah, how is being black relevant? I wonder. It's a dog horn. That's right. Welcome in, everybody, for coming in from That Jess Video stream. My name is djmuel. I'm a leftist political streamer. I'm also a Soulsborne streamer. We're currently reacting to an extremely normal Anti-SJW video that was made in 2022. So, you know, legit. This is like the worst guy. He's the worst guy. He's the worst guy. You can see the content warnings there. Not only is that content warnings for the content he's talking about, Berserk, it's also a content warning for him just being an ableist piece of shit, sexist, racist, everything. We just got to the racism moment. 14 minutes in the video. He couldn't last more than 14 minutes without being racist. So bad. It's so strange. I still don't understand what's going on with it. It's a weird hybrid of open world and linear. That's super interesting. I'm down for that. That's cool. That's fucking cool. Well, I'm hoping you're enjoying it.
Twitter sleeps. A manga that
Right, okay, racist at 14 minutes. Racism at 14 minutes. There we go.
has killed no one.
I wish I were the kind of person who reads books, and then I could explain my racism better, forehead.
Is the biggest issue we've had.
The 14 minutes is why he calls himself a leftist. That's right. That's right. He stopped himself from, you know, basically just saying the N-word for 14 minutes. That means he's a leftist, according to certain leftist circles, you know?
Weeks. God help us all, America's burning. But let's
Oh, America's God help us all. America's burning. It's exactly like I said before. He thinks it's black people's fault. He thinks it's trans people's fault. He thinks it's gay people's fault. He thinks it's women's fault. Nothing to do with the thing that he actually touched upon, which was like gas prices, aka capitalism. You know? 14 minutes, 14 words, coincidence? I think not. He's not passed the vibe check, this guy. Sending him straight to the gulag. Straight in.
The tweets from people that have the mental complexity of children. For real, I haven't seen takes this bad since the invasion.
My friend, my brother in Christ, you're talking about people having a slightly different opinion to you as being children, and you've made an entire 30-minute video on why you don't like those people. And you know, I'm just gonna say it straight out. Your Photoshop job that you've done here sucks. As well, like that. There's that too. Like the way that you've cut this out of Photoshop. You've missed a line here. You missed a line here. You missed a line here. There's a line here. There's a line here. There's a couple of lines here. You rushed this, bro. You rushed this. Really embarrassing. Yeah. Also, you're a piece of shit fascist. Ding, ding, ding. There goes the nonce alarm. I've never seen takes this bad as I make a half-hour bad take. The USA is failing because minorities who don't like my favorite Japanese cartoon the exact same way as me. It's so absurd. It's so absurd.
Where people on Twitter literally made the war somehow about themselves.
What are you talking about? What's this got to do with anything? What's this got to do with anything? He's absolutely unhinged. He's got no understanding of anything. This guy doesn't know anything. He doesn't speak to other people, real people, ever. Extremely online brain poisoning. No, he's being ableist, Splotnik. Yeah, the title is ableist. You ever see a take so bad you need to immediately go to sleep? I wish this guy got that feeling. I agree. I agree. Like, here's the thing. Here's the thing. He's talking about, like, people on Twitter, right? He's talking about, like, people on Twitter decided to make the war about them. What's that got to do with Berserk, bro? This guy calls women females exclusively. I reckon he calls them femoids. He's not said the word women. He has. But whatever, you know, he doesn't. Damn SJWs and their actual wars. Bet good money we're not going to mention Berserk again for a good few minutes. Yeah, I think you might be right.
Dear President Vladimir Putin.
Yeah, we know that this video was cringe, bro. We agree.
That I was not your mother.
Yeah. It was cringe. We get it. We know. The people who, like, criticize media for being problematic know. Like, we know that shit. We agree. You think that we don't know that that woman was being problematic, bro? Holy shit. Bereft of maidens. Completely maidenless behavior. Basement Ferengi.
Like, where's the entertainment in this?
I just explained the...
Where's the entertainment in this? Where's the analysis in using a straw man in your 27-minute long YouTube video?
Panel to you, but this person didn't read Berserk. Final boy. Yeah, Final Fantasy fan. I should expect no less.
I don't...
What does that even mean? I know so many Final Fantasy fans who are, like, absolutely unhinged, like, terrible people. So bad. Dr. Disrespect reference, why? Because Dr. Disrespect's whole deal is being a huge piece of shit, pretending to be, or like, you know, just actually being a huge piece of shit for money and attention on the internet. So of course that inspires this guy. Are you kidding? Final Boy isn't even a Final Fantasy reference? Right!
No. I'm generally very much in favor of freedom of expression, but as far as I can tell, there's nothing actually being said with this. It's the equivalent of violent, gory, misogynistic porn, which I absolutely do feel should be illegal.
Right. There are people who say this. I'm not like denying that there are people who say this, but it's like one guy. It's legit one guy. Come on, man. Are you serious? Like, yeah, there are bad takes like this all the time. Do you know what you do? You just, like, ignore it. One take recordings, only one take allowed. Yeah. 3 likes. 3 likes. And this guy is shitting and crying and coming about it. You know? This isn't a movement.
Legal.
Thank God the founding fathers weren't retarded. Because we...
Okay, just straight up dropping a slur. Sorry about that. Who said it? Someone said that they thought he was going to drop the slur? How is this allowed? Ugh, I'm like, how is this allowed on YouTube? Of course it's allowed on YouTube. Of course it is. They just don't give a shit.
We'd all be in jail by these type of thought processes. Here's someone using Lenny Kravitz's daughter as an icon, which tells me this person didn't care about Zoe Kravitz till she got in the Batman movie. You're so...
What the fuck is this? We expected it sooner, to be honest. Yeah, that's true. You said he would. I called it. Yeah, Yeah, sorry you had to hear that, gang. I step away for a minute and he's talking about the founding fathers. This guy is absolutely absurd. Absolutely absurd. Like, what is he talking about? Zoe Kravitz? Like, this person is a Zoe Kravitz fan? What do you mean? What's that got to do with anyone?
So brave, honey.
It's definitely excessive, not gonna lie. You're kinda right, because Berserk shows a kid being...
I guess I could say I'd have to edit
Jesus Christ. What's he gonna do now?
out the whole thing right there.
Which I think should be illegal. You have to be a pedophile to draw that. And that the writer kind of deserved to die.
Yeah, like, this is an extreme opinion. This is an extreme opinion. But, let me tell you now, right? As a survivor of child abuse, I can understand how someone would get to this opinion, right? There's been plenty of times in my life when I have wanted to, like, destroy the people that abused me, yeah? It's not a healthy attitude to have. It's not. It's not, but it's completely understandable. So, we don't know anything about this person who's posting here. It is a little bit, like, I don't know. I don't think Miori deserves to die. He wasn't making child porn. Do you know what I mean? It's like an intense thing to have to see, to have to look at. I actually haven't seen the bit in the manga, so I can't comment. It might be really bad. It might be. But yeah.
Although the story was good.
Also, Zoe Kravitz famously didn't exist until the Batman movie cast was announced. She arrived fully formed out of the ether on set. Yeah, that's right. She didn't exist. Really bad. Hey, Spud, what's going on? I don't think 2 consecutive thoughts in his head have ever been relevant to each other. Nah, not at all. Bad take insulting to Miura's passing, but technically it's a logical position. That's my take on it, right? That's my take on it. You know? Yeah, I agree.
What? Wait, although the story was good, what?
Medieval times wasn't like this. This would have been way before then. I imagine a world like this, where before our records, history was similar, but lost similar...
What's he got? What's he gonna say about this? Because this is a completely unrelated take. I think that account was suspended for that post too. Yeah, sounds about right. Zoe Kravitz is a social experiment run just for the Batman movie. That's legit what these fucking idiots think. You know?
Civilizations.
Sorry, Outlaw Realms. I guess you never heard of Vlad the Impaler, who literally killed people.
Oh, man. This guy's making me Google so much. Now he's just getting mad at other people on Twitter for like getting things slightly incorrect. All right, yeah, he was like 1400s kind of time. Yeah, that was medieval times, yeah.
By sticking them on pipes and letting gravity slowly impale them. And
why is Vlad the Impaler brought up? Because he's crying and shitting his pants and, you know, pissing himself because people just said like stuff that's like slightly incorrect on Twitter.
Eat under their dead bodies. History didn't record it though. I'm telling you, dude, the school system is failing.
He's used this fucking libs of TikTok 3 times. 3 times. He's trying to say like, oh, queer people are making you fail the school system. This guy's absolutely unhinged. You got the Chud bingo card done? 5x5 with 50 potential options for the squares. Oh my god, DJ, what the fuck? Oh my god. What's wrong with this lady saying gay? He's obviously using it in a demeaning fashion, but do you want to send me that, please? DJ, could you stick it in the Discord? Stick it in the I don't know where you want to put it. Hell, put it in community streams. Stick it in community streams in the Discord, DJ. I want to see that. I want to see that.
They're too busy teaching the kids about gender dysphoria or whatever, and nothing about history.
That's right. That's right. That's right. The entire first grade, you know, and it takes a whole grade. It takes a whole grade to teach kids about gender dysphoria, not just like a couple of minutes in one extra class that they might have to take once in their entire life. You know? I don't know about you lot, yeah. I don't know about you lot, but when I had like sex education, which I assume like if they're gonna introduce like gender education into stuff, it's gonna go alongside that in school. I don't know. Maybe it won't. Maybe it'll be separate. But either or, I feel like it's just gonna be like what sex education was, and it was just like one time, like one fucking class in the whole time that you're in school. And what'll happen is a teacher will just bring the fucking video in. Just bring a video, play a video on YouTube like what they do now or whatever. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's so fucking stupid. Yeah, public schools in the US, famously pro-transgender, famously pro-queer.
These sort of things.
Mules Chud Bingus. Oh my god, DJ, you're absolutely incredible. I am the alpha, racism, new slur unlocked, in quotes, the normies. This media is political, in quotes, that's good. Horny on main, that's good. That's basically a, you know, that's basically a free square. Is that a fascist symbol? That's a free square as well. They made my fave gay. This is great. Them, Pepe, my free speech, that's not philosophy. Mule mentions Red Planet. That's right. Red Planet is a good show. You should all go watch it. Get on the boat, ladies. There's only a few of us left. Quotes Nietzsche. Free speech for me, not for thee. Jacking off. Wait, what's this? JAQ? What is that? I don't remember the primary school history lesson about Vlad the Impaler's penchant for massacre. I don't remember that either. Yep. Mule has a mank attack. That's most of the time. That's a free square. Ransona, yep. Look it up. Do your own research. Antifa super soldiers. This is great. This is great. Yep. Free space of 49 words. That's so good. Yo, that's sick. That's sick. We're gonna do this every month. We're gonna do this every month. Brilliant. That's fucking great, DJ. I appreciate that. Right. Let's pin that. Thank you for your service. A mank attack is when I get so mad that I start, like, really, my accent really starts coming out. Just asking questions. Is it far from the... Oh, yeah, the Jewish question. I thought it was the Jewish question. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, just asking questions. Yeah. Yeah. That's the dog whistle. Yeah.
Probably happened when people were caveman and ate bugs.
Cat said berserk is and I'm glad the Mangaki is burning in hell.
I took the time to check Kat's Twitter page. It's basically an angry lesbian who's even like mad at trans.
So he's like laughing. So he's laughing after the word lesbian, which is another dog whistle, isn't it? You know what I mean? This girl's basically like a mad lesbian who's even mad at not a word that he should be using, I don't think.
Transsexuals. So it's real funny. It's an LGBTQ member who's transphobic nonetheless.
They're called TERFs, you fucking idiot. So basically, this guy is quoted as a fascist. You absolute piss hound. You complete chump. You absolute wet melon. You fucking played yourself, dude. You played yourself so hard. If someone is like, you know, transphobic with like, you know, using feminism and stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe this person isn't doing it like that. Maybe this person is just like a transphobic lesbian or whatever. I don't know. But like, they're a fascist still. So you've quoted a fascist. Dude, that doesn't help your argument at all. You're basically agreeing with like, you're basically saying that like fascists are bad.
That's also lusting after arcane characters.
Thinks the LGBTQIA plus is all run by one group of people. Yeah, that's right. It's a hive mind. Yeah, it's a hive mind. Mule is an American, but from where? Boston? I'm thinking New Jersey. Maybe from Boston.
To the point where it's weird. So you posting up this, that's cool. You know, your little freaky fetishes. But Berserk, oh, this is disgusting. It's terrible. The writer deserves to burn. Oh, God, what a bum. Berserk isn't dark. It's just half hentai gore porn for horny teens. Thanks, Ray Force. Wait, solo Ray Force? Which means this dude's like a Ray fan? Did a Ray fan actually come on my timeline and sully it?
See, Berserk.
This is the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen in my entire life. He's so mad. He's so mad that someone would like Ray from Star Wars. He's so mad. Woman in my fucking media, you like them, that means your opinions are bad. Ding dong, your opinions are wrong.
Fans make the manga trend because there are people complaining about how it treats women, you know? I appreciate Berserk. I love Bloodborne, which is inspired from it, but wow, the fan base...
Holy shit, he's quoting fucking Lua?
Trend because there are people complaining about how it treats women, you know? I appreciate Berserk. I love Bloodborne, which is inspired from it, but wow, the fan base for these works is so bigoted.
Yes, she's fucking right. Thank you very much.
How are they bigoted?
I feel like this was the take that I saw. Are you joking me?
How are women affected by this? It's a manga, you know. People die in mangas. Does it affect your life? Manga has animated women that have died in the thing. Women most affected. Do you know how many dudes died in Berserk?
Right. The guy is doing the same thing that absolutely every piece of shit, debate bro, fascist scumbag did to her after her shit with the guy that I can't talk about. Right? Taking her out of context. Again, this shit happens all the fucking time to women of color who are like, you know, visible, right? This is such fucking bullshit, honestly.
Berserk? Everybody dies in Berserk. It's not gendered, you freak.
Any criticism from women is written off.
It's like legit making me mad now. Like, I like Lua a lot. Like, she's fucking great, you know?
It's simply not being tough enough to understand something so gritty. It makes me want to puke. I wish everything I like wasn't full of...
Pompous men?
You see that? Huh? You see what happens? The ink soaks in the system and the guy's freaked out. Look at him. What are you, you freak?
Oh, wait.
He's just obsessed with, like, calling Lua a freak. This guy definitely watches the guy. He definitely watches the guy, 100%. The only progressive thing this dude has ever done is getting progressively more shit as the video going on. Yeah, I love Lua too. Like, he's great, you know? This is so bad. So bad. Watches and defends him. Yeah, I agree. Whining and dumping minorities. Yeah. Yeah, Lua's fucking criticism was completely valid. And I feel like this was one of the takes that I saw about it. Because, of course, I follow him on Twitter, you know?
Wait.
Hey, Entropy, what's going on?
Maybe that's why I love it so much.
God, Your life must...
Whoa. Let's have a little look here. He doesn't talk about this, does he? This absurd response. What's this? Being anti-PC has always been a big part of Berserk's brand. Insane take. What do you mean? No, it isn't. What do you mean? It's not an analysis of Berserk. That's the thing, Cynthia. This is not actually an analysis of Berserk. Like, looking at it from these perspectives or possible perspectives, it's just like, I love Berserk. Here's why I love it. Like, I've inserted myself into this story. Here's the thing. Like, right, so when women criticize media like this, right, it's because you're supposed to be able to put yourself into a story, right? So if you put yourself into a story where the world has, you know, a sort of main theme of women suffering, it's kind of like, it kind of sucks, right? Do you know what I mean? Like, I can imagine that's, I mean, if I'm getting that wrong, if I'm off point with that, then, you know, please correct me. But like, that's, you want to be able to see yourself in media. It's so important. You know, like, I know, you know, being a bisexual man, yeah, there's so many bad examples of bisexual men, and it would be great to see positive examples of bisexual men, positive representations, not just things where we're like, you know, we've got like, you know, Trevor in GTA, he's got so many mental health issues, and he's like, you know, super sick, and he's like portrayed as not handling that properly and being very toxic and problematic, right? Instead of like actually like, you know, healing himself and you know, stuff. There's like not really an arc there. It's just like a problematic interpretation. He's like, yeah, I'll fuck everything, and it's because I'm crazy, you know? It's really fucking bad on many levels, you know? But there are like, it's very rare to have like positive representations and positive, like, you know, this isn't specifically talking about representation. This is talking about how, you know, in this manga, in this anime, like, women suffer, and like women of color suffer. You know, one of the main characters is a woman of color. It's totally understandable. What do they mean anti-PC? Like, did they do a press release and say we're anti-PC? Literally never. Berserk was not written by 80s Brit tabloids. Absolutely insane. It's a world of horrible stuff happening. So it's their idea of safe space PC babies. Right, I know. So stupid. I remember when Griffith said, I'm not madly in love with Guts. We're just good heterosexual buds. I remember that, yeah. I remember that. It's super anti-PC in the fact that Guts and Griffith are definitely not gay. It doesn't want to offend people. It's never been about offending people. It's not the point. This is such a bad fucking take right here. This is the worst. I wonder if he touches on that.
Maybe that's why I love it so much.
God, your life must be so devoid of any real issues or traumas that this is...
Wow, okay, so like, holy fucking shit. Literally just telling, you know, a queer black woman that no, literally no issues or trauma. Your life is devoid of any real issues or trauma. This guy is a piece of shit.
Bothering you. You know, I don't like Sex and the City. I always thought that it was unrealistic, it was stupid, and it...
Yeah, but he's had legit trauma. It's fully projection. Fully projection. Self-defeating argument. Right. So bad. Hey, Vaughn, how you doing? Hey, Johnny, how are you?
A generation of women that made them think they could frit around in relationships up into their late 40s, buying expensive shoes, and then one day you walk off with Mr. Big and you live happily ever after, despite your body count being higher than...
Incel mode. Incel mode. He's gonna talk about roasters in a minute. He's gonna say that vaginas aren't able to be used properly when they've been fucked too many times.
Than John Rambo, and you being as emotionally complex as a Subway's club card. But I digress. I don't go on Twitter and cry about it or complain. They even brought it back. Now it's...
No! I don't go on Twitter and cry about it and complain. I make a YouTube video about it instead. Dude, fuck off. You are virtue signaling. You are doing like the most like obtuse version of virtue signaling I've ever seen. I don't do it. I don't go on Twitter and do it. Dude, you literally are on YouTube. You are literally on YouTube making a fucking video about it. I swear to God, holy shit. That's absolutely absurd. Sex in the city is unrealistic. I live in the city, and I've never managed to have sex.
Jerry,
I've watched all the pickup artist videos, too.
Women's sex in the city. You don't see Daddy Gundam posting about it like, oh my god. Oh, it's so archaic. It's a woman's power fantasy.
Being anti-
You actually do see that stuff, though. You do actually see people taking the piss out of not just women-focused media, but also people just taking the piss out of women in general all the time on Twitter. Misogyny is incredibly rampant on twitter.com. You know?
PC has always been the big part of the Berserk brand. I love the manga, the first anime series, and the Golden Age arc from the film trilogy.
It was okay at best.
And so I tolerate its attitude, but it kind of wants to offend people? That's kind of the point.
No, it doesn't. This person's never watched Berserk. I really don't even think this guy's as much of a fan of Berserk as any other person that's been talking about it. He's been claiming that these people have never watched Berserk, they've never read it and stuff like that. You know?
Berserk doesn't want to offend people. Of course, they have like a Ukrainian flag in their bio. Thanks for fighting the power. You're really helping people with that.
Wait, Based Moment? He's actually criticizing this? Based Moment, he's criticizing this.
What a hero you are. Point being, how in God's green earth does it want to offend people? It's literally a guy telling a story. By this mindset, then the Lord of the Rings wants to offend people because none of...
Right, so then you agree that some people have a right to be offended by it because of their own interpretation of it, which is completely valid, right? Then you agree that it's okay to find it offensive in certain ways, and then it's not set out to do that, but it's understandable if people have. It will be based if someone else said it. Yeah, true. It's going to argue that real life is offensive? Possibly. Hey, Zelda, what's going on? I've heard that Berserk was really influential. Was it influential in a good way? It inspired Elden Ring and the Dark Souls trilogy. And Bloodborne, yeah, 100%. It's cool. I like it a lot. That's why I'm watching this video, because I kind of want to make, not a response video to this guy, but I'm going to include a bit of this guy in a video that I'm going to do about Berserk.
The elves were black. Tolkien purposefully made the elves white.
I absolutely love Berserk.
Okay, whoa. Let's unpack this. Let's unpack this for a little minute. Give me a minute.
The Lord of the Rings wants to offend people because none of the elves were black. Tolkien purposefully made the elves white.
Uh-huh, that's true. That's true. Tolkien was a racist guy. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I absolutely love Berserk, but it's not free of sexist writing. And I don't mean the fact that sexual assault exists in it, but the way it differs between the male and female victims and how it's depicted. The panels of guts getting assaulted are drawn absolutely gut-wrenching.
Well, he is like an 8-year-old boy. But you know what? Let's let it go. Because then it just goes on about how it's basically sexist and all the female characters have the same type of bodies.
But they do, though. That's a valid criticism. They do. If you've even read the first 3 fucking books of Berserk, all the female characters have the same bodies. That's literally correct. That's literally actually true.
Like, what do you want him to do? I mean, Yura's dead.
The PNG doesn't match the monologue. Yeah, this is the thing. He's got the crying, shitting, coming, pissing face for his avatar, the frame for his avatar. But
forgot.
He's talking like,
God's sakes. And you're literally complaining that a manga didn't have more fat chicks, probably.
White image of beauty that has oppressed women for centuries. Hate crime, hate crime. Where are the nude models of color? The people of girth, the handicapable, the elderly, the queer.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, like, yeah, he did. There it is. There it is. It's all there. It's all there. Fat phobia, racism. It's, yeah, everything there. Homophobia, brilliant. Like, all in one. Nice one, bro. You did it. You did it, bro. 21 minutes. 21 minutes without using, like, I love it when people, I love it when these idiots do this. Ironically. Like, I ironically love it because it's like, look at what they've done. The 4:3 there. The 4:3 aspect ratio. What does that tell you, gang? This is from before the times of high definition TV. Like standard definition, high definition, 1920 by 1080, 1280 by 720. So like using a show that was probably made in the 90s or, you know, the 80s, whatever, to try and reinforce your point that everybody gets offended and people are too PC nowadays. Absolutely ridiculous. It's like, the manga should have had these people. That's fine. That's legit fine. But like he's trying to use this like old thing, this pre-millennium show that's probably problematic in a lot of ways to reinforce his point. To be like, this is why I'm right. Because these old people agree with me. So embarrassing.
Naked, fat, black, crippled dykes are hard to find.
And another slur, just another straight up slur in there. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you, mate. Another one. 2 slurs. That's a slur count of 2.
Like, good God almighty. Nah, I'm done with this, Stu. Because it's stupid at this point.
What was that? Timestamp about 21:47. I'm just going to make a note of that for no reason.
Well, I'm sorry. It's just naked, fat, black.
I don't want to repeat that. Sorry. I just wanted to find the thingy.
How many more of these could there be? How many more stupid takes could I see?
Weird motherfuckers for being rightfully upset about seeing violent scenes of dead women in manga.
How can you be upset of it's a manga, you freak? You know what's weird? People on Twitter are sharing videos.
Just privilege. Just you know, a straight up example of his privilege. It's like, yeah, dude, you might not find it upsetting because you aren't like the marginalized people that are complaining about this, right? You're a cishet white guy, you know? Holy shit. This video is just Twitter. It's just Twitter. You know?
Of dead soldiers going on in the war, but dead animated unreal people in a manga over the line.
Animated, all right, this guy says that he loves manga. This guy says that he loves anime, but he just said that manga was animated. That's a big self-own, bro. That's a huge self-own. Yeah, who had this in their bingo? That's mostly what G does. Twitter and TikTok mining, right? Enchipai, I see you're affiliated with this relic from 2016. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you know about this person. I just discovered him this week.
No, this is terrible. These are the same people cheering for death in another country because they're psychotic. But now, the manga, too much. Oh, the women, no, the children. They're not even real. I don't care.
It's animated if you flip the pages really fast.
They need help.
He has used this, yeah, he has used this thingy.
Like, and then saying, oh, well,
this screenshot before.
It's supposed to be a dark fantasy. There are ways to depict dark fantasies without all the horrendous shit, I promise.
Then go.
So also, like, here's the thing. He's, like, pitched his voice up when he's reading the tweets. Like, oh, yeah, a woman said this. You know, a woman said this. Like, to make out that it's like, you know, the women that are the problem kind of thing. Holy shit. Gang, I'm just going to go on a quick break. I'll be back in a tick. Don't go nowhere. See you in a sec. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm back. We are... We're nearly through this, gang. We're nearly through it. Oh, what did I miss in the chat? Sorry. Ew, this video has 500,000 views. I know, it sucks. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks so much. He can't actually enjoy media as much as he says he does if he can't manage to understand how people empathize with fictional characters. Right, correct. Like, yeah. Holy fucking shit. Most female characters who die in manga or anime of that time period are just the girlfriend in the fridge trope. Yes, correct, correct. That's right. A valid criticism. And yes, like Berserk is a manga and an anime that's been around for many years. Of course, it's going to have some problematic elements in it, like everything. You know? Green Lantern's girlfriend was dead in a fridge. Is that right? They got fridged? That's where it comes from. Hey, RJ, what's going on? Welcome in. I struggle to remember when this video was actually about Berserk, yeah. Put it on 2x2 speed, end it faster. That's a good idea. That's a very good idea. Maybe 1.5.
Oh, read that, Sega PlayStation goofball. How hard is it to do? Nobody's taking your face and jamming it into Miora's book and going, read the death and destruction. Nobody's doing anything to you. You're literally making a mountain out of a molehill that has all to do with you. You're the type of asshole that I move next to that's always peering over the fence to see what I'm doing and whether you approve of it or not. Good Christ.
You're the kind of asshole that's always peering over my fence to see whether I'm doing anything bad or not. What is that? Is it self-report? What is that? What are you doing, bro? What are you doing in your back garden? What's going on? What are you hiding, bro? What are you hiding, bro? How much he was analyzing Berserk, he sure doesn't like other people analyzing it. Right, exactly. Yeah, it's just like Twitter, yeah. Local guy learns about media criticism, yeah.
Oh, God. There's no testosterone in men today. It disgusts me. Lord help us if there's ever an alien invention.
There's no testosterone in men today. It disgusts me. Fundamentally, terrible understanding of, like, endocrinology, you know? Fundamentally. Bro, it's so fucking funny when people say that shit. People think that, like, testosterone is machismo. That's what they think, right? They think testosterone is machismo. It's like it's a hormone, bro. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, most fucking men have it in abundance, right? Varying levels.
Alien invasion, because there will be nothing left of us. It'll just be Alex Jones screaming in a jar.
Nothing I've heard or seen from the series makes me want to read it.
Good, don't.
I don't care how good the story is. There's no reason for this much in the story.
It can be as much.
He wants manlier men, big, strong, hard men. He does want that. He does want that. Nothing I've seen or heard from this series makes me want to read it. I don't care how good the story is. There's no reason for this much sexual assault in a story. What is it about women get assaulted constantly that's so appealing and intriguing to people? Yeah, I feel like that's like a bit of a very online take about that, but like I understand the criticism still. I still understand it. I don't think it's for that reason that it's intriguing. Like, the story is pretty good. Yeah. The beer, a manly man's drink, rises your estrogen levels. That's true. That's actually true. Yeah, it's not even a constant thing in the story. I think this person is, like, overstating that, and that's fine, but he's obviously cherry-picked all of this stuff, right? He's cherry-picked all this stuff.
Don't.
I don't care how good the story is. There's no reason for this much in the story.
It can be as much as the author wants because it's their creation. What's weird with Twitter folks is they believe they have power over other people's entities.
I mean, he's right. It can be as much as the author wants. But then that author will get criticized, and that's fine. Like, if you want free speech, then you have to have consequences for that free speech. You know? These people will say things like, oh yeah, these people, like, are trying to silence people from being racist and sexist and all that stuff, right? But then, and then they'll say, like, free speech is very, very important, like, and they do mean freedom from consequences. But then if you say something to them like, okay, so do you believe that pedophiles should be allowed to have free speech, and say that they love, you know, molesting children, do you think that that should be allowed? You better see them backpedal. You will see them backpedal in real time. 1,000%. You know what I mean? It's just so absurd. Like, they don't, they seriously. Put any other kind of conundrum to do with free speech in front of these people, and they will absolutely want to shut that shit down. 1000%. My freedom to do what I want is what they mean. Exactly, yeah. The author could put whatever they want. Right, exactly, Morty. He's there saying the author can put any amount of anything that they want in their book, but then it's mad that they put a woman in Star Wars. Woman and black people in my Star Wars. Just incredible.
And that's another thing that makes me sick about Twitter. They will sit there and take a Marvel character that has an established history and completely throw it out the window and make him gay as shit and go, Yas, queen!
So Twitter did that? Is it Twitter that did that, or is it the MCU? Is it Marvel? Are you talking about Twitter, or are you talking about Marvel? Also, people get excited about that off Twitter as well. You know?
It's like, this character is a gay. Well, they were coded gay for years. Here's the very, very innocuous and vapid chart that I've made myself to further illustrate that I'm right and you're wrong. There's so many stories out there for yuppies.
Twitter controls Marvel. You hit it her first. Kevin Feige didn't do it. That's right. Yeah, who is the author of Star Wars? Exactly right. There are so many writers for it. Yeah, it's just the Marvel writers. It's just the Marvel writers. Yeah, make them all gay. That's what we want. Down with the very concept of canonicity. I agree.
My God, the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe is made for Twitter folks, and it isn't enough. This is why Bonga is killing.
What do you mean? What does he mean? The entire MCU is made for Twitter folks? What are you talking about, bro? Yes. Look, he thinks that everyone on Twitter is a social justice warrior. He has no idea how many, well, he probably does have a good idea how many fascists are on Twitter, but like, it's so funny, this guy's view of Twitter. It's so funny, this guy's view of Twitter. Sounds like Ben Shapiro right there. Yeah, that's because he's on 1.5 speed. So he's talking fast. That's anyone who talks fast sounds like Ben Shapiro. What if I were to hypothetically kiss your asshole? Kiss it real slow. You know?
The comic book industry, and it's starting to take the movie industry because they're trying to cater to these people who can't even take having a fly in their coffee. Oh, God, I'm ranting into the heavens.
I don't care how good the story is. There's no reason for this much in a story. Like, what is it about women getting assaulted constantly?
Bro, you're reading the same thing again!
It's so appealing and intriguing to people.
Everyone gets assaulted. I've seen dudes ripped to shreds in Berserk. Did you not even see the eclipse? The eclipse was literally all men being ripped to pieces. The ground was nothing but the blood of men and soldiers. You notice how nobody's complaining about those panels where tons of men are dying in battles? Nobody? What? That's fine. It's good to see an animated man die because I'm sure he was toxic in his fantasy life that I've pieced together for myself.
You made up a guy. You made up someone. You made someone up. You made someone up. Holy shit, this guy is so insecure. So insecure.
Let it go, Gundam. Let it go. All I'm saying is...
Yeah, let it go. Let it go.
That's what I'm saying. It's full of psychopaths and pretty much grown-ass kids that all think the world should be as safe as their bedroom. Guess what?
So what are you doing on it, bro? So log off. If it makes you that mad, then please log off.
And maybe there are people out there that, I don't know, are...
Like, I log off for vast swathes of the day, and it's very good and healthy. Right? I advise you to do the same.
And they like to read adult content. All right? These are the same people that sit there and tell you to support some girls only.
This guy is like, this guy has made like, he's got like 4 examples of people, 3 of which are like bad criticisms. One of which is Lua, who, you know, I value a lot. And I know her, right? I've done content with Lua, right?
Fans where she's sticking gigantic things up her orifices. And
if this bellend had ever seen gory things IRL, like me, the ICU nurse, he'd be thinking differently. Exactly. Yes. Anti-sex workers incoming. Uh-huh.
Sit there and go, support sex workers.
Yeah. You were right. You called it. You called it. You called it.
Girls Only fans where she's sticking gigantic things up her orifices. And they'll sit there and go, support sex workers. But then...
So, you've been on a Girls Only fans to watch her shoving giant things up her orifices. But, like, you're mad about that? He's the biggest Spectrum. I can't believe this guy exists still on YouTube. Like, so much of a coward in all of these opinions that he won't show his face. That's the funniest thing about fascists. That's the funniest thing about fascists. Like, they are so convinced that their opinions are right, but they will never show their face. They're terrified. They're terrified of people seeing their actual face. You know?
Do you like Berserk? Somehow you're a monster. Bums. I hate when stuff that's cool gets in the eyes of normies, because normies suck.
And also, he's including lots and lots of footage of Elden Ring because he's obsessed with clout and he wants to get, like, you know, he wants to get as much clout as possible on this video. So he's like, oh, if I put Elden Ring in this is probably why this was recommended to me, you know, folks, because it's got Elden Ring in it. He's probably tagged Elden Ring 50,000 times.
Part of the fan base.
It's like when evangelicists focus on butt sex. That's true, yeah.
Can't comprehend something.
They love that shit.
Whoa, I'm interested in it. Wait a minute, it's not homogenized. This hasn't been curated for me, please.
Oh my god, look at all these fucking Patreons. Are you kidding me, bro? Are you actually fucking kidding me?
EA executive to make sure this ticks all of my diversity boxes. I'm offended by a cartoon. Oh god, I wish some of you grew up when I was a kid. You'd explode into nothingness. The first day a bully punches you in the face and runs your pockets and takes your money.
Lots of these people grew up when you were a kid, you fucking nerd.
Just evaporate into nothing. Like, oh my god, the real world sucks. And they're gone like a fart. Won't you please hit the subscribe button, please?
Can we stop this cruel game and allow the boy to keep one shred of dignity? For God's sakes! I can't stand to see him in all this pain! You vicious bastards!
His signing off is adios. Wait for it.
I can't stand to see him in all this pain! You...
Adios, bichachos. That is so fucking... Dude, like, this guy is, like, talking about how old he is. That is absolutely embarrassing. That's the most embarrassing shit I've ever seen.
Vicious bastards!
Little puppy feet.
So there we go, gang. There we fucking go. I was a child in the 90s and a teen in the 2000s. I don't want that back. Yeah, it was pretty rough. I agree. Some kids had real problems. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this guy didn't have any real problems. That's the thing. He's like, I got bullied at high school and I was fine. For a start, no, you didn't turn out fine. You made a 27-minute long video complaining about something that you saw on Twitter. And you can do that if the thing that you saw on Twitter was incredibly bad and harmful. But none of the takes about Berserk were bad and harmful. They were just like people making criticisms. Some of the criticisms didn't make sense, but you really cherry-picked the 3 that made the least sense. You know. So, there you go. You know, and yeah, like, you're just saying that, like, just because you got bullied and you're like, okay, you turned out okay, if you call this okay, there are some people who legit got bullied and their lives were dog shit. You know what I mean? And had real problems. Like Louisa King says, you know? Here is how these 5 Twitter threads are killing media. So embarrassing. 500,000 views, by the way. 500,000 views. Shut up. 500,000 views. I want to see how much money this guy makes on Patreon. Where's his links? Oh, show more. All right, Patreon. Brace yourself, gang. $850 patrons. Okay. So at the lowest tier, that's like £1 a month. This guy's making £850 a month on Patreon. That sucks so much. And that's at a minimum. That's at a fucking minimum. I swear to God. I give this video a 0 out of 10. Yeah, me too. Me too. This is so bad. This is so bad. How does this bumblefuck get so many clicks with that kind of production? If I was making 850 quid on Patreon, you better believe I'm making a video better than this. Have you just trashed your YouTube algorithm? My YouTube algorithm is trashed already. Don't worry about it, Zelda. It's a mess of, like, you know, I'm a React Andy content streamer. Like, that shit happens. Like, I've got so much stuff. So much stuff. Right, what time are we on? So we've been doing this for 3 hours. We can start Super Eye Patch Wolf's video, but it's very, like, long. I'd rather we watch something, because it's going to be a bit of a long in the tooth thing. So I think it's going to be good to watch, like, a bit of a palate cleanser about this. Maybe we should watch Non-Compete's video instead.
No, the bomb.
What do you reckon, gang? About defeating doomerism with revolutionary optimism. What do you reckon? Put some tunes on while we have a little chat. Yeah, palate cleanser, yeah? You think? Hell yeah, non-compete hopium. Yeah, that's what I want. I think that's a good shout. You mod for non-compete? Oh, sweet, Morty. Let's fucking go. Yeah, I love EJ. Big up EJ. They're well good. I know I'm a bit of a masochist, but I'd really like to talk to this arse on a stream at some point. Don't platform this guy. Don't platform fascists. If you've not watched my video on why debate bros are bad, please do. Don't platform fascists. Terrible idea. It's a big incentive to keep making the exact kind of content he makes. Calculation means he makes between 850 and 8,000 a month at the absolute max. Yep. Mm-hmm. Have you encountered what Lou has been mentioning about Samuel Young? Yes, I'm aware of Samuel Young. It does suck. Yeah. Yeah, fuck Nazis. Do not debate. Do not debate. Gotta head out. Plink, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, appreciate you, appreciate you. Right. Let's do this, gang. Let's get some revolutionary optimism on the go.
Oh my god. Wow. Hi, it's EJ, and I know I look kind of silly with this mask on, but I feel like I look even more silly with this mask on and the beard, so just, you know, deal with it for this video. Let's get on with the show. Oh, look, I'm surrounded by children.
I have, but I just want to make people change their minds just like I have. I used to be an alt-right asshole. Yeah, that's fair enough. I understand that. But here's the thing. You might change maybe one or two people's minds by debating them. But platforming fascists and fascist ideals tells people that their ideals have credence, right? There's no point in debating this guy because you're then lending his ideas credence. You're validating his ideas. He doesn't deserve debate because we know he's wrong. He doesn't deserve to be platformed on any leftist platform whatsoever. In any way, shape, or form. You've got to lead by example, yeah. Debate, people who do debates with fascist debate, they don't use logic. They use fucking you know, sophistry and absurd tactics, you know. Straw men, cherry picking, Texas sharpshooter shit. There's no point. No point. Waste of time. Yeah, debate bros are counter-revolutionary. Yeah, 100%. Hello, Katrina, by the way. Hey, Petra, what's going on? If only someone debated Hitler before the war. I know. I get it, Mule. I'm a bit naive still. No, that's okay. Like, it's important to, like, say that. You know what I mean? Like, I appreciate you, like, being honest with us, innit? But, like, it can't be said enough. Like, you know, literally watch my video on debate. Well, it's not on debate streamers. It's about a certain debate streamer. And, you know, J.K. Rowling. So go check that out, honestly. I'll find it for you now. I'll stick it in the chat. I talk about that in that video. Why it's important to never debate people. Well, fascists anyway, you know. You want to debate some fucking left-wingers about, like, the best way to be a revolutionary? Pretty dope. As long as you don't, like, you know, make a load of bullshit arguments and hold up the discussion kind of thing. Yeah, like, fascists don't want to be convinced that what they're doing is bad. Are proven again. Look, I'll show you. There you go. Check out that video. If only Annalyn McCord was all their mothers. Yeah, very true. Very true. Yo, can I get a shout out for Aslan, please, Shafiq, by the way? Please go follow Aslan Silver. He's a great streamer. Thank you for being here, Aslan. Appreciate your support. They're not interested in new ideas at all. I agree. What radicalizes the majority of us is life experiences and maybe even a book or two, not debates. You have got... I've said this for a long time, right? Since I started realizing how bad debate bros are. You've got more chance of radicalizing a liberal that you know at work by unionizing them, and then by doing that, opening their eyes to sort of like the struggles of marginalized people, than debating any amount of fascists ever, anywhere. Thinking to curate some bird app block list to tune out debate bros, right wingers, etc. Yeah, I mean, you know, if you need to do that, that's fair enough. Debate streams are super toxic. Their entire audience is super toxic, you know? Like, debate bros enable right-wing arguments all the time. Just check out that video, honestly. I would never talk to someone like Sargon and his ilk. That's useless, I get it. The guy that we just watch is legitimately Sargon of Akkad level. Legitimately Sargon of Akkad level, you know? Just, you know, keep that in mind. So, you know, you've answered, you know, you've said yourself there like, oh, okay, right, yeah, you know, I shouldn't debate that guy.
Hello. I'm here in Ba Dinh Square in Hanoi, Vietnam, where...
Oh, it's at fucking times 1.5 speed. For fuck's sake.
Ho Chi Minh declared independence for Vietnam from the French colonial empire on September 2nd, 1945. Today, Ba Dinh Square is the location of the mausoleum, which serves as the final resting place for Ho Chi Minh.
Right, Cynthia in the chat is saying, I feel so dumb right now, self-own. Here's the thing. Amongst us, right, your comrades, we're not here to make you feel dumb. Don't want to make you feel dumb for getting stuff wrong. It's very normal to get stuff wrong. Please don't think that we're dunking on you like this. It's not happening. We're not demeaning you. We don't think any less of you just for learning, for wanting to learn. There's a difference between someone like you who wants to learn and get better, and a difference between someone who does not give a shit. Yeah? Like, it would be different if you were arguing against me right now saying, oh, you're just you're just too woke. You're just too, you know, like, nah, you're willing to learn. Like, you are absolutely our comrades still. Good comrades are comrades who are always willing to learn and always willing to understand marginalized people's struggles as well. Not everybody wants to prove they're better, but universally want to grow and get better together. Uh-huh. Yep. Just me that thinks I said a dumb thing. Okay, good. Well, don't dwell on it too much. Honestly, don't dwell on it too much. I just realized that Aslan didn't get his shout out, so there you go. Go follow Aslan. Or did he? I missed it. No. Yes. Shafiq, you did. Thank you. Sorry, Shafiq. Welcome back. I thought you got back after that, you know? Hey, Stewie, how you doing? I get things wrong all the time. Mule in his community always has been some very accepted folks willing to learn. Right. Like, an environment like this is much more effective than any other debate environment. Right? If you like getting shit wrong. You know?
And I gotta tell you, it's a pretty heavy atmosphere here. The square is actually in a section of Hanoi which was heavily bombed by the US during the war. And in fact, an unexploded bomb was found very near here just last year. It could have killed a lot of people, but fortunately they were able to defuse it. My point is, in so many ways, that war is still very much woven into the very landscape of this area. Now, during the heaviest period of that bombing, in December of 1972, over 80,000 tons of bombs were dropped on population centers of Hanoi over just 12 days. 4,000 civilians were killed, thousands more were injured, 5,400 buildings were destroyed, including 5 hospitals and 24 schools. This year marks the 50th anniversary of that bombing campaign. And looking back, I gotta say, I have a hard time wrapping my head around the struggle of the Vietnamese people during that decades-long fight against fascism, colonialism, and imperialism. Like, how did they do it? How did they keep fighting? What kept the people of Hanoi from giving up? when they were under constant bombardment. And many kept fighting even after their entire families were killed. Take, for example, this story from the intro of the book, The Dialectics of Liberation.
Okay, so just before EJ starts reading this, I just want to point out that, like, this is touching on something that we've spoke about on Red Planet once or twice, where it is a huge privilege to be able to be a doomer, right? Because sitting there and saying, well, everything's fucked, so there's no point in trying to make everything better. Might as well make the best of what I've got now, right? If the best of what you got now is tolerable, you are privileged as fuck, bro. Yeah? Insanely privileged position to have. You know, you've only got to look at people on the imperial periphery, people in Vietnam, people in Cuba, people in the Middle East, right? How do you think these motherfuckers still keep going? How do you think? You know? There's nothing like being in a post-war zone in Sarajevo. There wasn't a square meter without at least 20 bullet holes. Kosovo just had so many bombed out buildings, covered tarps. Oh, yeah? Often doomers just want to go back to playing video games and ignoring the world. Right, it's yeah. Doomerism comes like, yeah, I think I had a good take in my brain just then, but it disappeared. But yeah, it sucks. After getting out of the alt-right in 2017, I quit political online communities altogether, chose to observe IRL society and form my own ideas until late 19, so I'm from the far left, didn't get into the online left until June 21, it's still a learning process. Yeah, no worries, like, I'm here for it. I'm glad that, you know, I'm glad that you're here with us and willing to learn. Appreciate you, Cynthia. Yeah, it's apathy, right, 1000%. Back in 72, bombing hospitals were already war crimes, right? Probably, but the US doesn't care about that. Because communism, you know?
Collection of speeches from an anti-war event which was held in London in 1967. In that book, editor David Cooper relates this story. I recently met in Cuba a Vietnamese guerrilla commandant who talked about how while he was conducting an operation against the invading US and mercenary forces, he knew that his wife and 3 children were being slaughtered in the next village.
Holy shit.
He knew that, and yet he dispassionately and successfully carried out his military counter-military work. This man acted by choice in a way that conscripted U.S. soldiers never can do. They simply lose and are lost to their families and can never give anything up.
Based as fuck.
How did they do it? How did so many...
No worries, Semiotic. Thank you for being here. Yeah, Kissinger didn't care about war crimes, right?
People, we're talking millions of people, fight and struggle over decades against such a seemingly insurmountable force.
You've since come out as NB Trans Femme. Funny how these things work. Well, good for you. Good for you, honestly.
Against the background of so much...
Like, you know what I mean? It fucking sucks that, like, you know, for that long, you know, you were in an environment where it wasn't safe to be yourself. I'm glad that you could be yourself. You know, it's important. Good shit. I'm happy to hear it.
Death and destruction. We're talking over 2 million civilian casualties. More bombs dropped by the USA than by all nations involved in World War II combined. Agent Orange and napalm and flamethrowers and countless other inhuman atrocities. How did they do it? How did they keep their spirits up in the claustrophobic confines of the Cu Chi tunnels, through the ceaseless terror of the Hanoi bombing campaign, in the midst of atrocities like the My Lai massacre? How did they do it? I think one important aspect to consider in dealing with this question is what Ho Chi Minh called revolutionary optimism. According to Uncle Ho, revolutionary optimism is a very specific form of optimism rooted in material reality. Optimism, of course, is in and of itself just believing that things are going to be okay. Optimism isn't always a good thing. In fact, optimism can be a form of false consciousness, and it can be dangerous if it clouds your judgment or disconnects your mind from reality. So we have to distinguish somehow between revolutionary optimism and optimism in general. See, people with...
Wait, is that right? DJ in the chat says, remember, official US policy is if any of their people get pulled to The Hague on war crimes, the US will invade the Netherlands? What?
Revolutionary optimism hold a belief in the bright future of the liberation of humanity. Importantly, revolutionary optimism has a scientific basis. That is to say, it must be grounded in reality. It must be rooted in our material conditions. It must...
That's fucked. That's so fucked.
...not be unfounded.
Not surprised, though, you know? Imperialism is a hell of a drug.
Optimism.
The Hague Invasion Act? That's fucking crazy, gang. Holy fucking shit. Zumi Ramen, hey, what's going on? Long time no see. Hague Invasion Act? An exemption for their soldiers. In 2002! In 2002! A new law supposedly protecting U.S. service members from the International Criminal Court shows that Bush administration will stop at nothing in its campaign against the court. What the fuck? The law provides for the withdrawal of U.S. military assistance from countries ratifying the ICC treaty, restricts U.S. participation in United Nations peacekeeping unless the United States obtains immunity from prosecution. There you go. That answers your question. You want us to get involved with peacekeeping? You gotta let us commit war crimes. Yeah, that's literally it. Not been able to catch up with streams. Been watching your videos on Red Planet, though. Good shit. Yo, thank you so much for the support, Zumi. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, because they were doing lots of war crimes. Yeah. Yeah, you got to prepare for Uncle Sam coming. He's coming for all the weed, RJ. That's what's going to happen.
The perception and understanding of...
Support our troops is kind of shit. Yeah, never support the troops. You know, unless they're like ex-troops who are super suffering from, you know, PTSD and shit, because it's still important to look after those people.
The revolutionary about all things must be rooted in the material world. I have a video about this that very few people watched, but I'm actually pretty pleased with it, so you can check that out if you want to learn more. But
keep your hands off my weed, Biden.
Back to Ho Chi Minh. See, he was a revolutionary optimist through and through. He never stopped believing that Vietnam would win its independence from colonialism and imperialism, but he was also a strict materialist. And his optimism was grounded in material reality. He knew that tremendous sacrifice would have to be made for victory. As he wrote in Wage Resistance War in 1946, we would rather sacrifice everything than lose our country than return to slavery. Men and women, old and young, regardless of creeds, political parties, or nationalities, all the Vietnamese must stand up to fight the French colonialists to save the fatherland.
Based.
Those who have rifles will use their rifles. Those who have swords will use their swords. Those who have no swords will use their spades, hoes, and sticks. Everyone must endeavor to oppose the colonialists and save his country. This is part of what it means to say that revolutionary optimism must be grounded in reality. As revolutionists, our optimism must never devolve into simple wishful thinking or idealist optimism. We have to know from the get-go what's at stake.
Yep.
And that we will face all sorts of trials and tribulations, and that revolutionary optimism, therefore, will not always be joyful optimism. It will often be sorrowful. We must...
And I don't know if EJ's going to touch on this, but one thing I know about optimism is that amongst the right people, it can be infectious, especially revolutionary optimism, right? Sophie from Mars, based Sophie from Mars. We love Sophie from Mars. Sophie was the person who dragged me out of my Duma years. You know, just by saying to me, like, you know, we might as well be optimistic, because if everything is terrible that's going on. I can't remember exactly what she said, but it was like something along these lines. But I've heard her talk more about it, and what I relate most to is that, like, and what I think most people can understand is that if everything is going to shit and the world's going to end, everything's going to be terrible, fascism is going to win, and all that shit, right? Then what good is sitting down doing nothing anyway? What good's that gonna do? It's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Oh, everything's shit, I'll just sit down and do nothing and let everything go shit. Would you rather not live a life of active resistance to all the shit things that are gonna happen in order to do your best to do everything you can to change it? Would you rather just, like, not do that? Because that sucks. That sucks, you know?
Accept that through our struggle towards victory, all of us will suffer, sacrifices will be made, and many will die.
Even if the world is nothing but a bunch of shitheads being shitty, there is still value in simply not being shitty. There are so many people who are not shitty. And all you have to do is talk to them and you realize that they're not shitty. You know? All you have to do is go like, yo, doesn't capitalism suck? And explain to them capitalism and they'll go, yo, you are fucking right, bro. They'll say that.
In the fight for freedom.
It's literally happened to me. I've like literally radicalized so many of my friends. It's super easy. Radicalize your friends first, because they're the easiest, you know? You want to talk about who to radicalize first? It's your friends. It's your friends. It's your co-workers. Your family's a little bit harder, but you could do it with your family as well, depending on how young they are.
Described the sacrifices made by the peoples of Vietnam in a letter he wrote in 1947 to the Viet Bach ethnic minority who helped in his fight against the fascist Japanese Imperial Army. I will never forget in those arduous days the people of your province, the old people, the women, the peasants, the young people, the children, were all enthusiastic to help. Tall people, Nung people, Man people, Male people. Some helped us eat, some gave us clothes. There were people who abstained from food and clothing, sold buffaloes, and sold their fields to help us fight our revolution. And I just want to pause for a moment and explain, you might not get the cultural significance of selling a buffalo or a piece of land for a peasant or a poor ethnic minority family in Vietnam at that time. That was a major sacrifice. That was literally their entire livelihood. So revolutionary optimism is sober optimism, which recognizes the limitations, the challenges, the struggles, and the sacrifices that have to be made for revolution.
Right, that's the difference between it and toxic positivity, right? Because toxic positivity is like, everything's going to be fine, so you don't have to do anything. That is just a lie. That's deluded, right? It's a delusion. But when it comes to this, when it comes to revolutionary optimism that's based in materialism, you realize that there's a lot of work to be done, but if you do it, things might change. Things might just fucking change.
It is a matter of facing the facts and reconciling our dream of liberation with the harshness of reality. But if we can do that, if we can come to terms with stark reality and face the brutality of truth, then and only then can we equip ourselves mentally for the long and arduous struggle towards liberation.
Hey gang, you want to know a good piece of media that kind of reinforces that? It's not to do with revolution, it's kind of to do with like overcoming overwhelming odds in the face of like trauma and all that other kind of stuff. Berserk. That's a good bit of media for revolutionary optimism, let me tell you right now. Fucking Guts knows that he might die at any fucking minute, so he does his absolute best to like take his chances in battle like all the time. You know?
It is precisely because we understand the difficulties and dangers that lie ahead that we can face them with revolutionary optimism like Ho Chi Minh. And this indeed is what allows us to become revolutionaries.
Compassion is to allow suffering people to speak. Toxic positivity tells the sufferers to shut up. Right, exactly, yeah. Oh, don't worry, Elon Musk will make a brain chip to fix everything. Oh god, that's so bad. Coming in circle, this is why you get the big bucks, DJ? Well, that's a joke. That's a huge joke, because as you can see right here, £15 so far. Now, this is only the second stream of April. It's only the second stream of April. But gang, now's the time for the spiel. That's a perfect segue into the spiel. Twitch is where I get most of my income. As you can see, I have a dono goal here of £700. I ask you if you're financially able to consider donating via the PayPal link in chat via Streamlabs instead of subbing on Twitch or giving bits, because of course Amazon takes half of all that. We don't like Amazon. Twitch is not a safe platform for marginalized streamers either, so we're making a bit of a statement in taking some money away from them. So please consider making the number go up. If we get to halfway, movie night will be unlocked for this month. I'm thinking about the kind of movie that I want to watch this month. And I think I want to watch like another classic kind of like, you know, schmaltzy movie like E.T. or something like that, or like maybe Close Encounters of the Fourth Kind. Someone was talking about that like yesterday, I think, on the stream last night. I can't remember when that was mentioned to me, but like, yeah, I got E.T. and Close Encounters of the Fourth Kind in my brain, and I kind of want to watch that. No, we can't watch Gremlins. It's not Christmas. Sorry. Oh, Yanshifim! Thank you so much for the tenner. Our kid, thanks so much for the tenner. Appreciate you subbing off Twitch. Appreciate you supporting the stream. What an absolute legend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We can watch Clockwork Orange. Oh, yeah, that's got Schmaltz all over it. Yeah, Spielberg. Steven Spielberg directed that one. Yeah, 100%. It is like a pretty fucking intense film. I don't think I'll watch Clockwork Orange, but yeah. Shrek? Oh, no. For the same reason. No, I'm joking. No, I'm not up for Shrek. But yeah. I don't know. If you've got suggestions for movies for movie nights, I'm happy to hear them. I'll just probably say no. Be cool, Theo. Hello, welcome to the stream. Don't tell my little brother that. He'll never shit up. What about Berserk being about revolutionary optimism? AJ isn't here, so I'm filling in. AJ would talk about Shrek, yeah, for sure. Fateful Findings, Reservoir Dogs, Fifth Element, Dune. These are good suggestions, yeah. Fateful Findings is definitely a film that we could watch. Sometimes we watch like a terrible movie and then a good movie. I hate schmaltzy movies. It depends what kind they are for me, personally. I like a good cry. What movie theme are you going for? Anything that isn't a comic book. Essentially. Anything that isn't Marvel or DC. Just none of that. No Star Wars. Do you have a copy of Fateful Findings? I don't, but I know where you could get one. Dune by David Lynch. Yes, that is the superior Dune movie. Yep. 100%.
In the first place, one major difference between revolutionaries and non-revolutionary folks is that revolutionaries are aware of the systemic nature of the oppression which humanity faces, as well as the historical development of human society. With this grounding in the past and present nature of human society, revolutionaries are able to see farther and deeper into the future. Revolutionaries have a more profound understanding of the real world, and that is why they have a stronger faith that they can build a better world. It is this.
We've got some correct opinion havers in the chat. We got a couple people who love the OG Dune, and I'm all here for it. Baron Harkonnen is just a more interesting villain in that version. He's more interesting. He floats around while screaming, going ah ha 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 ha. Brilliant, like what? Fantastic. Well done, David Lynch. Appreciate you. The Spice is Life. You kinda got it, yeah. Hey, Gayesh, by the way, welcome in.
Unique brand of revolutionary faith, a faith that's grounded in material conditions and historical development, which enables revolutionaries to overcome all difficulties and dangers in their lives and in their revolutionary struggle. And with such revolutionary optimism, revolutionaries have surmounted incredible odds and even willingly sacrificed their own lives to strive for better futures for their people. This is why I believe it's important for revolutionaries to become acquainted with history.
Still prefer the book.
Theory and the dialectical.
When it comes to Dune, nothing beats the books. Yeah, I want to read the books, to be honest. Yeah.
Relationship between theory and practice. Understanding our world and how it works and how we can change the world is critical. We have to know what is and is not possible. We have to measure and test our actions against reality to find out what works and what doesn't if we want our optimism for liberation to have any hope of actual success in the real world. Ho Chi Minh died in 1969, 6 long years before the victory of Vietnam against the USA and the puppet regime of South Vietnam. His last piece of writing was his will and testament to the people of Vietnam. And when he wrote it, things were not looking good for the revolution in Vietnam, and it would have been very easy to believe that the revolution would ultimately fail. Yet Ho Chi Minh maintained his revolutionary optimism despite this harsh reality, even when he stood on the brink of death himself.
If you want to hear a story about David Lynch's Dune, an anecdote, one of my best anecdotes that I have in my life when I used to drink, I picked up a MILF at like a nerd bar. There's like a nerd bar in Manchester. It's called Fab Cafe. I don't mind telling you because I don't go there anymore. But yeah, Fab Cafe in Manchester. It's got like a Dalek in there. It's got pinball machines and stuff. I picked up a MILF. We hooked up. We went home together. And I basically just I was super drunk already. I basically got in, sat down with her on the couch. I put on David Lynch's Dune and I smoked a massive blunt and was unable to have sex.
Times of such uncertainty, he wrote, "Our people's war."
That's my best David Lynch's Dune story.
Against the U.S. and national salvation, although it has to go through more hardships and sacrifices, will definitely win completely. It's a sure thing. No matter how difficult or arduous, our people will definitely win. The American empire...
David Lynch and chill, that's right. David Lynch and chill.
...must get out of our country. Our nation will definitely unite. The people of the North and the South will definitely...
She was so mad at me. She was legitimately so mad at me. She really got mad.
...gather in one house. Ho Chi Minh was certainly not the only figure in revolutionary history to practice revolutionary optimism. We can also cite the works of Che Guevara, Pyotr Kropotkin, Thomas Sankara, Rosa Luxemburg, and countless others. But one figure who I turn...
Yeah, gang, if you're in the Discord, if you're not in the Discord, get in the Discord. If you want to leave us with TV with movie requests for movie night, you can leave them in the TV and movie club stuff on Thingy. In the Discord, TV and movie club channel in the Discord. Did you call her back? Dude, I was so fucking wasted. I didn't even get her number. Vietnam is probably the most based country right now. No, Vietnam is really good. So is Cuba. Cuba and Vietnam, very based. Yeah, 100%.
Turn to again and again when I feel myself...
And both suffer relentlessly at the hands of the US imperial hegemony. It's so bad.
Slipping into doomerism and doubt is Fred Hampton, one of the founders of the Black Panther Party, whose speeches embodied unbridled revolutionary optimism.
Everything would be all right if everything was put back in the hands of the people. And we're going to have to put it back in the hands of the people. Socialism is the people. You're afraid of yourself. If you're afraid of socialism, you're afraid of yourself. We know they have our pictures. We know they're looking for us. We know they want us. But we're still saying that even though we could be in a sense, as far as this system goes, on the mountaintop, we in the Black Panther Party, because of our dedication and understanding what's in the valley, knowing that the people in the valley, knowing that we originally came from the valley, knowing that our flag is the same flag as the people in the valley, knowing that our enemy is on the mountaintop, our friends are in the valley, we say even though it's nice to be on the mountaintop, we're going back to the valley.
Yeah. Big up Fred Hampton. Fucking sick.
You can't do it unless you believe that you can do it.
Fred Hampton knew that there was every chance that he would die in his revolutionary struggle against the white supremacist state that oppressed his people. And indeed, he was assassinated in a hail of over 100 bullets from cops while sleeping in bed next to his girlfriend, who was 8 months pregnant at the time.
Fucking
Hampton
rest in power, man.
Was just 21 years old when he died. In his short life,
21 years old.
Hampton built up revolutionary optimism in the hearts and minds of countless other revolutionaries, as exemplified in one of his many inspiring...
The Black Panther Party had some of the best revolutionary speakers of our
history.
time. Yes.
Let's take history.
Correct.
This is Lee Tut-Chong. And Lee Tut-Chong was the very first member of the Communist Party Youth Union in Saigon. And Lee Tut-Chong was killed, executed by the French colonial administration before he reached the age of 18. He gave his life for revolution, and he struggled throughout his very, very short existence on this earth.
You were such a piece of shit when you were 21. All I was doing was ecstasy. When I was 21, I was just doing loads of ecstasy, DJing drum and bass, a bunch of ketamine, a bunch of cocaine, and stood for absolutely nothing, I guess. You know? Like, think about what Fred Hampton achieved when he was 21. Like, by the time he was 21, holy shit. You know?
And like Ho Chi Minh and Fred Hampton,
all progressive leaders of the 60s in the USA were assassinated. Yeah, because fucking check, right? They were close to having a revolution. They were close to having a communist revolution in the 60s. You know, all the hippie movement, the counterculture movement. Sophie's spoken about this. You know, the psychedelic movement, the dropout culture. Like, it was literally very close to a communist revolution. That's why they're so scared by people doing the Great Resignation now. You know?
Lee To-chong knew, he must have known, that he was up against what must have seemed like insurmountable odds. Indeed, it would be decades before his people found freedom. They had to struggle against the French colonial administration. They had to struggle against...
And obviously that's without mentioning the civil rights movement. That's without mentioning, like, you know, all the fucking shit that was going on. Other than that,
it's the Japanese fascist.
There was so much going on in the 60s in the US that they were, like, super terrified that there was just going to be a revolution.
And then the might of the United States of...
Lavid Dinch, thank you so much for the 50 quid. Thank you so much for supporting the stream. Thank you so much for donating that huge amount and subbing off Twitch. Thank you for supporting the stream. Thank you for subbing off Twitch. Thank you for the huge dono. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
America's Army, Navy, and Air Force, just as Fred Hampton...
I'm giving money on Twitch.television to this super cool streamer guy. He's called djmuel. I'm not sure what he's talking about, but he seems a pretty based dude.
Had to struggle against the entire force of the United States of America's law enforcement, which opposed the Black Liberation Movement through violence, which included the murder of Fred Hampton himself. But Lee To-chong and Ho Chi Minh and Fred Hampton had one thing in common. They never stopped believing that their peoples would eventually win their freedom, and neither should we. Things are extraordinarily tough right now around the world. We're facing disasters, war, COVID, so many other terrors and threats to our very lives. It's easy.
Pro tip, Americans don't say called, they say named. Well, I've definitely heard some Americans say called. That's definitely happened. Secondly, if you think I care about my David Lynch American accent being accurate, you are sadly mistaken.
Easy to feel hope slipping.
Now you know how we all feel when we see fucking us in your movies and we're all going, hello, Jack, I'm from fucking London.
And yeah, I sometimes find myself slipping into doomerism, but whenever I start to feel that shadow of defeatism and pessimism creeping into my brain, I remember the sacrifices and the stands taken by comrades like Ho Chi Minh.
Okay, good. You do not think that. Brilliant. Good. Good.
And Fred Hampton and Lee To-chong, and it grounds...
Oh, hello, Governor. Blimey, what's going on here? Oh,
grounds me back in
apples and pears
to our material reality, and it rejuvenates my revolutionary optimism.
Shafiq, holy shit, why are we like the same person? I only got like 5 hours of sleep last night as well. Thank you so much for being here, lovely. Sleep well. Good night. Take it easy. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. True story. Spent 1 week in London. Came home saying sorry. Spud says, I was in Manchester recently and everyone spoke like that. Yeah, actually, unironically, yeah, there's so many Londoners who live in Manchester now. So many Southerners. Actually, unironically true.
After all, if the people of Vietnam could win their freedom against the full force of the most powerful war machine in human history, then we have to believe that we can and will eventually win our own revolutionary struggle. We can do it. But before we can do it, we must believe we can do it.
Yeah.
I will leave you now with the passage from Ho Chi Minh's prison diary. He wrote these lines while he was in a cold jail cell somewhere in China. The worst is to be sick in prison. I could have cried, but I kept singing. Keep singing, comrades.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Everybody in the state of Illinois, is going to have to be involved or even around the revolution, because we're going to have one. We're going to have to do more than talk. We're going to have to do more than listen. We're going to even have to do more than learn. We're going to have to start practicing, and that's very hard. We got to start learning, and you learn through practice. We got to start making mistakes, and you learn through making mistakes.
DJ Rewind again.
Out there with the people, and a lot of times we think we're better than the people. That's an insult, and that's criminal. Think you better.
Why? Why rewind? Why? There's some cute people giving the peace sign in the bottom right in that last segment.
Could have cried, but I kept singing. Keep singing, comrades. We'll see you next time.
Didn't see him. Sorry. Keep singing, comrades. We were just talking about mistakes. Look, full circle. We were. My British accent is so good. People say I sound like a posh mank with a weird fucking twist. No such thing as a posh mank, so you've already failed at the first hurdle there. Sorry to burst your bubble. You're wrong. Okay. Gang. Thank you so much for stopping by and saying hi today. Thank you so much for supporting me financially, allowing me to do what I love. It was a fun stream today. Guess what we've got tomorrow? For a lot of you here, it's your first time. Tomorrow, we have a tradition in the djmuel stream. It's called Trash Bingers. I play terrible games, and you lot could be in with a chance of winning some good ones. I'll be kicking it off around the same time, about 6 p.m. 6 p.m., something like that. We are gonna be having a good time. Picnic. Wait, what? No, it's not gonna be a picnic. It's gonna be very funny and scary. I promise. Yeah, join me tomorrow to figure out what's going on with that. Right now, though, we're going to go and raid one of my good friends on Twitch. There's no picnic. I'm sorry. It's not a picnic. I'm sorry. Let's go raid somebody. Who's streaming? We got so many people streaming. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. 2 p.m. Wall Street time? I don't think so. It's 1 p.m. Eastern time. So there you go. No picnic makes you wiggle. The Joker. Right, who we got here? We had Conrad Zimmerman in our stream last week. And I like Conrad. I think he's a cool person. We're gonna go raid that Conrad Zimmerman. Conrad is playing Weird West. I've never seen this game before. It's pretty cool. Let's go show him some love. Thank you, everybody, again, as I said, for all the follows, all the raids, all the hosts, all the subs, all the bits, all the donos. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you just for being here. Thank you for hanging out in the chat and having a fun time. Helping me through the horrible research that we did in that video. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for supporting me on my other platforms as well. Don't forget to check out my other socials. There they are in the chat right now. Got me on Twitter. Got me on Instagram. Got me on YouTube. New YouTube video came out today. If you've not liked, commented, and subscribed on that video, help me out. Help me out. It's good. It's about unions. You'll enjoy it. I promise. All right, gang. I'll see you tomorrow, 6 p.m. around that time, UK time. Trash Bingers. Mwah. Peace. Stay excellent to each other. Good night.